239.
Holy shit.
239er.
Yeah.
Niner, fiver.
Is there a niner in there? There we
We're
are.
live.
999.
Mm-hmm.
We're live.
Oh, we're live. Hello to all our 10 viewers out there.
Ooh, 10.
Fucking 10.
If that. Welcome
Well,
to the Arcade
we're
Hangout.
exaggerating. Yeah.
America's longest running
Something
or other podcast about arcade
Somewhere.
machines and media and whatnots.
Whatever we feel like talking about.
Yep. We got Jim and Carrie today in the same room, breaking all the COVID rules.
Yeah.
We got Jerry from Australia today from his bar that he's been working on. More details on that in the future for any of our Australian listeners or viewers. Jerry's an old friend of the show, came out to party with us a couple years ago. And we had such a blast, I don't even remember it. I remember something about somebody getting in the pooper, and then Jerry falling down some stairs, and that's about it.
You remember all the important stuff, the highlights.
Yeah, the funny part.
Yeah, that's it. I'm planning to do it all again.
Oh, that was a really good time, though. I had such a blast when Jerry came out. That was a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Was it 2017 or 16?
17.
I actually have the glass. The Nat glass, but you can't read it real well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's 2018, I think.
18? Okay.
18.
Yeah.
I think it.
Oh, well,
Whatever
there's a
the Tonga
picture up
6 was.
there.
Oh, yeah, 18.
18.
Is San Diego.
Okay.
Yep.
That was the one with Joel and
It's the one where I was
Beast
peeping around the
Place
banner.
and- yeah.
Yeah, that's a cool photo.
Somebody's pooper's getting wrecked. It was a classic line from Jerry.
Yeah.
I'll never forget that one. That was
Yeah.
funny.
You can get it on a t-shirt now.
That's gonna be on our next glass.
Will wreck the pooper.
Somebody's pooper's getting wrecked tonight.
Not dishwasher friendly. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love Joel's response though. No, I'm a gentleman.
I don't remember that at all.
Different definition. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good time.
Yeah. If I recall, Jerry, you were swaying pretty good at that point.
Remember the line,
standing out, he was a lot of
the glasses and stuff
yeah.
on that table, and he's like
Yeah. Yeah.
and you were like, you look at me and you're like, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
We got off the plane and just started drinking, so it was great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Went straight to the brewery.
And then you had fish tacos, and I was driving you guys around, so I wasn't drinking.
Well, I remember I had
designated.
a couple of points in LAX before I got to San Diego. So it was good times. I had fucking great beers and great times.
Yeah, that was a fun time. I hate fucking
Yeah.
COVID. COVID could suck it.
That's right.
Excuse me. I'm gonna go get a beer. No, I'll be right back.
That's right, it stinks.
I'm gonna go res into the Tron world and be back with a beer.
Is he rocking a green screen? Is
That's pretty good.
That was
High
awesome.
tech.
I like that.
He needs like a Sark soundbite there. Yeah.
So what are y'all up to?
Well, nothing like Jerry.
No.
Jeez.
I know.
I know.
Yeah, is there anything you want to talk about like publicly about that? I know we just talked a bunch like off air.
Not
but
really. Yeah, there is stuff on Facebook and shit, but nothing really amazing yet. I'll wait till it looks a bit better and then I'll do a proper walk around.
Sure. Yeah.
Some painting and add up, put some shit up and stuff like that. So yeah, it should be fun.
Do you want
How's
to?
that punch out going, Jim?
What's that? What? Someone.
How's the punch out going?
It's going. More progress. Yeah. It's prepped for laminate. I ordered my laminate. Let's see. Did a bunch of stuff even while you were here.
Mhm.
Just kind of getting everything. Oh, we dropped everything off with my powder coater. So Carrie had you had a couple coin doors too.
Yep.
You got to. So the guy that I take all my stuff to now, he used to be an electrical engineer, retired, then he got into powder coating. So he runs his shop is basically attached to his house, and but all of his samples are aluminum cans. It's like old beer cans and stuff that he's just powder coated. So that's how you look at the fit. It's pretty cool. But he's been not hurting for business, like everyone that does anything like that. With we've experienced that too with anything with hot. Everyone's got projects, and so he just swamped. He had in the time that we were there, there was another guy there, and then as we were leaving, a guy came with his bike, like his mountain bike that he was going to have powder coated. So he's been hopping, so that's good. Because I'm like, it's one of those things where you find someone good, and you just hope that they stay in business, because it sucks to have to look for another. It's like a mechanic or something.
I had the same with a powder coater. He went out of business. I just found a new one the other day. Hopefully, he's going to be good. So.
Yeah, that's what happened to me. And the first place I went to after the old shop shut down, I had terrible experience with, and that's how I found this guy, because I'm like, oh, I can't. They just it was a bigger place, and so I think they put like in a small run, like my stuff, as like very low priority, and so it just like sat there, and they kicked their feet around, and finally I'm like, I want my parts back, and they had just sandblasted them, so I'm like, and she kept the woman who's the owner. The reason why I chose the shop was that it was on their website. It said that it was woman owned, and I was like, oh, cool, all right, well, let's support that, and it's not that far away. And it was just unfortunate that I had a really bad experience, and so I took my parts and I found this guy, and he was awesome. He's got a super quick turnaround. When I brought my stuff to him, he had them done the next day, so it was ridiculously quick. Yeah, really fast. And he takes, if you need stuff sandblasted, he takes all of his stuff in bulk to someplace, does them himself, but they charge him by the hour or whatever. So it still ends up being pretty inexpensive. So I got all that stuff dropped off. Pretty much, I'm waiting on my laminate and a couple other things before I can really proceed. I have basically done almost everything I possibly can while I wait for everything else. So it's coming. It's coming along well. I just started tumbling all the little coin door parts and got some. Oh, it's funny. So I bought bolts that were close to the same size for the monitors at the hardware store. And then I realized when I was placing an order with Mike's Arcade that he actually has the actual exact same size, like carriage bolts, and they were like 50 cents. So I'm like, oh, okay, well, here we go.
50 cents for you, and then when I buy them, it's 50 cents each, and then like $45 postage.
Oh, that's just it. Like I've been buying all kinds of. It's like with the postal service right now, and some sites like buying like cap kits from like Peter's site, Arcade Parts and Repair. It's like a flat rate, like $10 for shipping. So I'm like, I'm buying a couple like filter caps and stuff, and it's like, well, shit, now what? So like I got a package came today, and I bought like a couple of tools, including like a really long monitor adjustment tool, just to make it worth the shipping.
Yeah, you have to.
Some sites, it's nice, when some sites like Mike's Arcade he charges actual shipping, and so that's nice. Yeah. But then you go to like some of these sites like Twisted Quarter and stuff, where it's just a flat rate, and it's like a ridiculous amount. Like all that Twisted Quarter does is FedEx, and so it's like ends up being like at least $10-15 for shipping. And it's like, well, even if you're buying a part that's like you could put in a little envelope, it's like that's kind of bullshit.
I think it was Twisted Quarter when I was building my centipede cabaret. I needed the bolts for the trackball, and I couldn't get anything that fitted over here in Australia. Even a guy that worked at a bolt shop couldn't find me anything. And so I went to order them from Twisted Quarter, and it was like, I don't know, $3 for the parts, but he wanted to charge me $27.50 US to post them.
Yeah, it's just.
All right. So I waited a week, ended up buying a trackball because mine was pretty beat up. I might as well just buy a new one. And I'm like, oh, can you throw some of those bolts in too? He's like, yeah, no problem. How many sets you want? And I'm like, right. So I got my 10 set, and it was the same postage. I'm like, oh, done. Might as well go.
Yeah. It's just, and they have it's so funny because they have like the calculator to estimate shipping, but it's all the same. So it's like, is this even doing anything?
It's always
I
the
was
same
worried.
amount.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
But at least we got these places to buy parts from, so that's a good thing.
That's true. We shouldn't complain. We could be like nothing. You gotta 3D print it or you're fucked.
Yeah. It's so funny. I sometimes forget about the shipping on Twisted Quarter. I'll be like, oh, I need some leg levelers, and I'm like, oh, they're nice and cheap. They're like $2 or whatever. And then it comes to the shipping. It's like, oh fuck. What else? Do I need anything else? Yeah.
Just buy more leg levelers.
Or go on eBay or something, or Amazon. Even Amazon has leg levelers. Yeah. So anyhow.
Right.
But
so you end up buying like 6 sets of leg levelers because you only needed the one set, but it's like, well, fuck, man. I had it with something.
Yeah, and then the problem too with like Amazon is that it comes up with like 1,000 different ones, and surprisingly you have trouble finding the common ones that we all use. It's like you see all these weird ones, and it's like, no, I don't want that. And how do you? And I don't like some of the filtering and sorting that they do. It doesn't seem to always work. Like if you sort by average user rating, you notice that like it doesn't necessarily do it. Like it'll show like a few of the results, but then all of a sudden it'll drop and it'll be like, here's like 40 people reviewed this and it's only 4 stars out of 5, but yet a couple down has a better rating. So I don't know how that works. I don't know. I'm in a complaining mood right now. What else can we? Yeah,
I gotta grind my gears moment. I gotta vent.
Yeah, I'm done with. So that's where Punch Out is. So Mock, you're up.
Mine's not that. Mine's a short one. Remember we were talking about, Andrew and I were talking about the disappointment of Disney Plus. Well, I found a new one of that really spun my beanie. So I go to check to see if they've done if they've added any new content, and still it looks like the same old shit. They still have not added, they haven't even added like Mickey Mouse Club or like Wonderful World of Disney or Davy Crockett series or Zorro series. They have the David Crockett movie, but not the series. There was a TV show people don't know about. Right. It was a series, right? So I'm looking for the new Mickey Mouse Club because I grew up watching that. That was the one that had I forget her last name, Lisa something. She was Blair on The Facts of Life.
Yeah,
she was on
or something like that. Yeah, Lisa
Welcher, something like that. Yeah. Anyway, yes, her name's Lisa, also on the Mickey Mouse Club. She's probably like, I don't know, 17 or something. I was a little kid when that show came out, the new Mickey Mouse Club. They all had pastel outfits and they'd all sing and dance and all that shit. Anyway, I'm looking, and I come across the new Mickey Mouse Club. I'm like, oh, they added something cool. They finally added new Mickey Mouse Club. No, it's a fucking commercial for Disney World featuring the new Mickey Mouse Club. So they made a TV special that's not even the TV series. It was made back when that show came out, but it was basically an hour long, singing about, yay, we're going to the waterside park, the waterside park, the waterside park, yay, the waterside park. You know what I mean? Just to advertise their bullshit at Disney World. It's just fucking gross. Anyway,
worthless.
On top of that being shitty, but get this. You're not going to believe this one. All right, get this. I'm watching it. I'm like, this sucks, but I'm gonna watch it because this is all I got for new Mickey Mouse Club, just so I can see what everybody looked like back then. In fact, some of the actors in that were also in the Facts of Life. The first season, remember there was like 12 girls and they fired them all, and it was down to like just 6.
Oh,
like
yes, yep.
Trudy and Blair and Joe, and there's like the core 6. Well, they used to have like 12 girls. Like Molly Ringwald was one of those core girls. Anyway, a couple of those girls were in the Mickey Mouse Club too. Anyway, I'm off. Yeah, there's some music. You take the good, you take the. Okay, anyway, I'm watching this shitty series. This is just this shitty made for special. Get this, it fades out to commercial. You wouldn't believe this. It fades into the commercials from the fucking time it aired. I'm watching Alpo ads. I'm watching ads for, remember Shake and Bake? Yeah, it's in there. Fucking Shake and Bake ads. Meow Mix. I can't believe it. They didn't even, they're so fucking lazy at Disney Plus, you fuckers. Edit that shit out. What the fuck's wrong with you guys?
Oh, that's
lazy
terrible.
Assholes. I'm paying $7 a month. But I don't care. I'm still paying for a service. Get that shit fixed, you fuckers. Okay, I'm done.
I got rid of it as soon as
That was beautiful. This has been another episode
Can you
of
believe that crap?
Mock's rant.
Every time it fades to commercial, it's it's almost worth watching just to see 70s ads or early 80s ads.
I'm sure some people appreciate that.
Cut them out.
But you could totally go on YouTube and watch all that shit if you wanted.
Yeah, I know.
You're paying for Disney Plus.
It's all there. That's pathetic. It's fucking pathetic. Fuck you, Disney.
Yeah.
Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fix that shit and give me Davy Crockett. Go give me old Mickey Mouse Club, new Mickey Mouse Club. I want to see Zorro. I still don't see the Kurt Russell movie where he turns invisible, the Invisible Boy movie. Where the fuck's that? Fuck you. All right, I'm done.
We're gonna get a knock on this door here in a couple minutes.
Fuck you! The Disney police and they shoot me. No, they're so powerful now. They don't have to do jack shit. They're like,
Mock, I think every week.
No, fuck you.
I think every week you need a little segment, a little rant. You need to come up one thing to for like 30 to 60-second rant. New segment.
What grinds Mock's gears? But that's pretty fucked up, though, right?
It's pretty fucked up.
How fucking lazy is that? That's like they just grabbed it off the shelf from NBC or what do they control? Is it ABC or I think it's ABC?
Fucking everything now.
Well, I mean their channel. They own
it's ABC.
ABC, right? Yeah, they own ABC. So what they did is they said, okay, go put this on so we can advertise for Disney World. But even though it's like all the shit they show is all shit. Here's another rant. All the shit they show in the new Mickey Mouse Club is all shit they've already shut down because they they never renovate anything. It's like once it gets old, they just shut it down. Fuck it. You guys don't get to ride it anymore. You like the water slide park? Fuck it. We're not going to renovate it. It's closed. You like the Horizons? Fuck you. We're closing it. You know, all these fucking rides, they close it. So they show all this cool stuff. The only thing that was cool that's still there is Space Mountain. That's always closed anyway because it's always breaking down. So fuck you, Disney.
Fuck you and the pooper.
Yeah, like Jerry said.
Don't play stinks.
Anyway, I don't know. I just can't believe they didn't even bother looking at it. That's what tells me. They just went boop. Okay, rip this and put it online.
Yeah.
No one's even checked it yet. What's funny is that am I the first one to discover this? Probably.
The one that's watched it too.
Okay, so check out new Mickey Mouse Club at the at Disney World. That's the name of. If you guys want to see this fucking thing,
I'll sign back up to Disney.
All right, I'll see you guys there.
And you can go see what you see Blair at like 15 years. Oh, there's a really creepy scene in this show too, where the girl who's playing Blair, Lisa, and this other girl, they're about the same age. They're both about 15 or 16, and they're like shopping at Disney World, and they see this like guy who's probably like 35 years old with a tennis racket sitting outside, and they're like, "Hey, look at him. He's hot. Yeah, let's go hit on him." Or so they fucking go over to him like, "Do I look cute in this dress? How about me? Do I look cute in this dress?" I'm like, God, he's 35 years old and you're 15. This is fucking weird. Who wrote this script?
It'd be a lot weirder if he was trying on Speedos for them.
Yeah, he's got like these tube socks that go up to his knees and shit, and then he's like, I guess you look fine, girls. I gotta go. And then he goes up and kisses his girlfriend and walks off. And then it's one of those wah wah moments, you know. And they both look at each other like, "Oh well."
Darn it, he didn't.
This is creepy. This is creepy. Steve Art says, "Breathe, Mock."
Actually, he said breath, Mock.
Oh, breath, Mock.
Yeah.
I will
he missed
breath.
an E.
I will breath now.
I'm such a dick.
Necro says I'm turning purple. Okay. I might be.
You're matching the background.
I don't know. I just stuff like that just drives me nuts though. I don't know. It's just so lazy. Come on.
Yeah. It makes me want to get Disney Plus.
I mean, you're totally right. It's like they're not delivering on their promise.
Not
the thing
at
is,
all.
like, obviously, like I'm sure there's not a ton of demand for a lot of that old content, but there's definitely some. And either way, it's what they said they were going to do.
Yeah, and yeah, I don't know. Maybe the financial problems that they're going through, they're just said, "Fuck it, let's put all that on hold. Working on that. Let's just concentrate on our parks."
I gotta go. I got some beer reps here. So
Okay. All right, Jerry, take it easy.
Priorities. Yep.
Priorities.
Good luck with your project, dude.
Don't drink your profits. All right.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So Buffett, if you can hear me, have you checked your email yet for the letters I did for you?
No, haven't been home yet.
Oh, okay. All right. Just
I sent Buffett an email too.
Yeah.
You've got about 47,000 emails to check. So
I'm sure. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I can't get on the net much on my laptop until like after 11 o'clock here. So, by the time 3 or 4 rolls around in the morning, I gotta go to sleep. So
Yeah. Makes sense. Wait, where are you? You said you're not at home.
yeah, I'm at the girlfriend's house.
Okay.
Yeah.
Speaking of priorities.
Yep. Got to take care of the girlfriend. That's the way it goes.
Yep.
So, yeah. But so what do you want, Jim? I can answer your question.
Yeah, I just
What do you want, Jim?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the only reason why I'm on here.
Yeah.
Girlfriend's tapping her hand on the I had I recapped two since you're the Sanyo guy. So for my punch out, I recapped the 2 Sanyos that are in there and dialed them mostly in, and they both look good, except I thought the caps would fix the little bit of geometry issues they have, but I'm getting a little bit of like a pincushion issue for the most part, where the picture kind of bows in just a little bit, and so like all the corners are out further than like the rest of the image, so it's not square, and the only caps would, and I just picked up a couple. I do have a couple filter caps. I'm going to replace those too, but and the B plus is perfect at 108. So like I don't. I'm trying to figure out what would cause the geometry issue, and the only thread that I could find on Clav that had the same issue as me or similar issue ended up being IC 601, and so I've got a couple of those on the way too, but I just wanted to run that by you.
Does your B plus adjust from anywhere between 85 volts to 127 now?
I haven't tried adjusting it because I just measured it.
If you can't answer that question, I can't help you.
Gotcha. Interesting. I have to replace those pots anyways. The originals are on there. I got to replace those.
The other pots are fine. The B plus pot needs to be changed, and if it doesn't regulate or adjust, I've had IC 601 bad and be at 108 but won't adjust.
Okay.
Just because it's 108, I could care less about that. I care about if it's adjustable 108. If it is not adjustable 108, it is not being regulated properly.
Gotcha.
If it's not regulated properly, the other circuits that it drives will not work properly.
Gotcha. Okay, I'll have to check that.
Yeah, so you have to check them. Where'd you get the cap kit from?
Peter.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yep.
So, but yeah, gotta know if it regulates.
Yeah, and and the monitors had this issue before I capped it too. So yeah, okay, I'll check that out when I replace the B plus pots and filter cap.
Regulate. Get the filter caps in. Definitely B plus pot, and then
okay.
That if otherwise it could be a number of things.
Okay.
So
Cool. All right. Thanks.
yeah, I've never had a pin cushion issue on a Sanyo if B plus regulates properly.
Okay.
If
So
they
I'm
don't
hoping for an unadjustable B plus.
yes. Put the B plus pod in and try to adjust it first.
Okay.
Don't replace IC 601s because
Yeah.
I don't care where people get them from. I have got them from other supposedly reputable sources, and they are counterfeit and do not regulate.
Okay.
The ones I have tested in a Sanyo by hand, and they are new old stock.
Wow.
The
Okay.
ones that I own, it's why they cost more because I have physically tested them, and
Sure.
they are genuine new old stock.
Okay.
Yeah. So I get Sanyos in that won't adjust, and even if they do adjust 2 or 3 volts, they're still bad.
Okay. Yeah, you said like 85 to like 120 something. They should adjust
on a lot of Sanyos. You should be able to turn it all the way up and put it into high voltage shutdown.
Okay.
On a lot of them, not all models will, because they're like K7s. There's 6, 8, 10, 12, 15 different models depending on revisions of what they put out. If you look on the bottom of the chassis and you see those 8 or 10 squares where there's 2 on top of each other and they're like 2 or 3 and they've got all them Y's in there. Well, if you hold up different chassis there, you'll notice that there is more or less Y's, or more or less Y's with not complete Y's. They'll not have the right or the left of the Y, or they won't have the 2 parts of the Y at all. It'll just be the stalk for the bottom. And depending on how many Y's are there can mean a different model or a different revision.
Okay.
Yeah. So yes, they're 20 EZs, but when were they produced? Which models are they, etc. Yeah.
They're 20 hards or what the hell?
Yeah. So yes, but you should be able to adjust it down into the high 80s, if not down into 85 range. Most all of my regulators adjust between, most of them on the chassis that I tested them on, adjust from anywhere between 85-ish to 130-ish, depending on model chassis that I tested them on.
Okay.
They were physically tested in a Sanyo and adjusted up and adjusted down.
Gotcha.
So I know they work. Yep. Because I got tired of finding counterfeits, and I'm like, you know what? Screw it. I'm just going to build a test rig on one of my Sanyos one time.
That was like a lot of the threads I was coming across where people had bought like from Bob Roberts and stuff, and they're all bad.
Yeah, I bought 8 of them from him, and every one of them was bad.
Wow.
Every one of them was counterfeit. Yeah. Yeah, this was a long time ago, and I said, nope, not buying no more Bob's parts. He ain't gonna take them back.
Oh, Bobby.
So, nope. I'll find them somewhere else. Thank you much.
Well, cool. Well, I need another beverage.
Night Flyer says in arcade news, Tokyo Attack has ceased operations and are liquidating. Does anybody know who Tokyo Attack is?
Yes, I do.
They make a lot of rhythm games and stuff for arcades, I believe.
Oh.
Yeah, no, I know. I've known him for many, many years.
Yeah,
yep.
That's sad. Yep. I'm sure nobody wants to touch arcade machines, especially new ones, during COVID. I'm sure it's fucking it all up.
Oh yeah, that's for the most part has what put anybody that takes games to cons primarily, or they take games and or sell at cons primarily for a living. I would have to venture that better than 70% of them are just completely out of business.
Yeah,
I know
sucks.
Several in my area and some people that I know that did it full time, and they're like, nah, man, I have to sell everything off, or I've sold everything off.
And are rhythm games even popular anymore? I don't know.
They're hugely popular.
In the US or
oh yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
well, that's cool.
Even at MagFest, when they're there's 2 or 3, depending on who they get each year. And And at any given time, you've got anywhere between 5 and 25 people in line for some of the.
I guess that's true. When we go to at CAX, there's always a ton of people
Yeah.
on those things. Yeah, that's real popular. That's true.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, they put them off in their own corner because they're so loud.
Yeah, they're really
Well,
loud.
Although everything's really loud. At CAX.
No, there are people. There are people that specifically go to conventions so they can play them 24 hours a day or however long the arcade is open for free because they don't want to pump, $1 between $1 and $3 in.
You hit the big. I like the one where you hit the big drum.
Yeah. I'm drawing a blank
That's
on
rad.
what that is, but yeah.
It has like a kitty cat face, like the kitty cat lips they put on everything.
I know what you're talking about, and I cannot.
That's actually really fun.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of the game at the moment.
I can't either.
But they have between
it goes
4 and 8 of those.
It goes something like that.
Yeah, there's typically between 4 and 8 that come to Magfest every year.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I saw that someone on Club had put up that Killer Queen for sale and kind of some of the conversation because I hadn't really thought about like talk about a machine that let's all crowd as close as we can to each other and 10
Cheek to
people all
cheek.
playing. Yeah, exactly. Like, oh yeah, that's a rough one to try to sell right now.
No, I know. Poor arcades. Can they survive the COVID?
Yeah.
We shall see.
Yeah. That's kind of nice, because I do repairs, and I took stuff to conventions, so it wasn't my only source of income.
Oh, there it is. Gleek found it.
Bubba, you must have or have been still are probably super busy, I would guess.
Yeah, I still got a line. It hasn't stopped.
Everyone now is like, well, what else am I supposed to do? Oh, it's time to fix all this shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like COVID in arcades is sort of like Highlander. There'll be only like one left.
Yep.
Right? There'll only be one.
Mm-hmm.
So Gleek found the beating the drum game that I was talking about. I guess it's called Beats. Is that right? I don't know.
No, U-Beat is a different game. U-Beat is you play with your fingers. It's on a 12 by 12 grid.
So the name of the game is in Japanese, so that's probably why I don't know.
Change your name. We don't recognize Arcade Danger on this show. Get your cousin Whiskey.
Whiskey.
Wish I could remember the name of the game. I know what it is, and I can't remember the name of it. But yeah, can't remember.
There, yay! Hey, it's you.
Hey.
Arcade Danger.
How y'all folks doing?
Oh, we're all
Good.
right.
You're not out on a walk. It's like I barely recognized you without.
What happened to Sub-Zero?
It's like
California is not. California isn't very walk friendly right now with all the smoke and stuff. So.
Oh yeah.
No.
We traded our smoky skies for snow.
Yes, I heard that it's
snowing
snow
outside
there.
right now.
It's in the upper 40s here. Yeah, it's bizarre.
It's September. It's not supposed to snow so soon, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, whatever.
We got some weird warnings.
No, it's not.
Yeah. All the rules are out the window for 2020.
Carrie, did you get wind
It was literally
warnings?
90 yesterday.
On my phone, I got wind warnings of 45 mile per hour
shit.
winds coming. Yeah.
That's borderline hurricane.
Welcome to the weather segment of our show, everyone.
Yeah.
Thanks, global warming, for all these great gifts that just keep on giving.
Yes. Wildfires. And oh yeah.
Oh, it's a hoax, Mock.
It's all a hoax. Pretty soon, COVID and hurricanes are going to merge and be COVID cane. It's going to blow right into your face, and you can't even stop it. And you're going to get COVID. And you're going to fly yourself into a tree head first. Same time.
I as a kite.
COVID cane coming to Sci-Fi Channel this week. Starring Tara Reid.
Yeah, COVID NATO.
COVID NATO. That's it. I like COVID cane. Sharknado.
We're laughing because otherwise we cry.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, 45 miles per hour. But then I pulled down like the umbrellas I have in the backyard and stuff because they'll probably fly into the neighbor's yard or some shit.
Yeah.
You know.
It's standard hurricane procedure.
Yeah,
When,
I'll go to
when I
my
used to live in
basement, but I don't
Florida,
have one.
Dude. Assume the position between because you're asking about.
Yeah,
Cooper
I'll
shall
just
be
get-
wrecked.
Yes. We used to throw all our patio furniture into the pool so it wouldn't fly away
Oh, really?
Oh.
in hurricanes. Yeah. So
Oh,
Wow.
because if you don't, it's going to end
That's
up
a
in the
great. That's a great tip.
Wow.
Now I
yeah.
just got to get a pool.
I got a pool.
Does the kiddie pool count?
You put really
That's not
small
deep
things in
enough.
there,
A Mr. Turtle pool.
Mr. Turtle.
So anyway, if we can make it through 2020, it'll be a miracle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God.
I'm gonna go get a whiskey just for that.
I just want to live. Is that too much to ask? I just want to live through this year. God. Forget about politics and all the other shit. I just want to live, man. That's where I'm at now.
Set the
I
bar
wanna make it
low.
through.
Yeah.
I want to not get fired and just live.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's one too many things.
Yeah, that's your
you only
asking
get
a lot.
one.
Yeah.
When I get one, I'll pick
Yeah.
live then.
Okay. Good
Solid
answer.
choice. Yeah.
Yeah.
God.
He didn't even hesitate. Yeah.
Yeah.
How about
No.
that? J Rock, I need a no, yeah. Yeah, the J Rock demand.
Yeah.
Ugh.
He must be busy, or I would think.
It does seem like all the arcade repair folks and product folks are just
Yeah.
super busy right
Oh,
now.
I didn't tell you guys that my other punch out board was repaired. The video was posted, and I don't know if that was posted in Slack, but yeah, Arcade Doc or whatever, he fixed it, and it ended up. I think it was just like one chip that I never would have,
Oh.
It was
Oh,
like a half an hour video.
I
Yeah,
have
you
question
posted a video.
about that. When you say it's just one chip, is it like the chips that you can remove that are like the main game chips?
No, it's not the ROMs. This was some sort of
Chip
shit,
on the
I don't even know
board?
what kind- Yeah,
So
it was
you
a-
would never have found it then. It's
I
not
never
like
would
you
have
could-
found it,
It's not like
no.
you could replace all of them and then it fixes
No,
it.
it's
Okay.
it's funny because I was like, oh, this video is only half an hour long. And it must have been a fairly simple repair, but like watching it was kind of fun to watch him troubleshoot it, because I was telling Carrie earlier, I'm like, if I'm sending something out to have repaired, I kind of want them to have problems and struggle to get it fixed, because I just want to know that it was something
they
that I
worked
want
on
to.
it?
It was
Yeah.
something that I want to figure it out myself. I don't want it
Yeah.
to be like,
It's a fuse, haha.
there's this broken leg, or
Yeah.
or it's missing a chip, or it's a
Yeah.
battery or something. Like,
Something
don't
dumb. The
make it
resistor,
something that you
yeah.
had to actually really poke around with your probe and all this, and oscilloscope and all that stuff, and so that's what I'm always hoping for. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I got a new issue with the new machine, with my machine. Not
Oh,
with
fuck off, Gleek.
not with Assault. That one's working okay right now.
Woohoo!
But
I didn't
yeah,
wanna hook you up
yay
with a-
for now.
with a dud. Yeah. Yeah.
But I moved my Robotron to the other side of the room to make room for the Assault. And Robotron went all. You saw that I posted that the screen went all fucked up and stuff.
Yeah.
So I did the method of pushing on all the ROMs chips, and the game came back. But now when I play, the sound goes out after about a minute or 30 seconds. So I'm like, fuck. Should I pop each one of those off and then reinsert them all in, you think? Or should I check voltages and see if that is it? Or I don't know, what do you guys think I should do? Or should I just send it off to get fixed? I don't know what to do with board issues.
Those Williams have a separate board for the audio, right? For the samples. Well, it's not samples.
Oh, I don't know. Do they?
They've got like 5 different
I
boards
think
now.
so. Yeah.
That one has one big. They have a couple boards in it, but the ROMs are all on one board. But I didn't know they had a separate sound. I thought all of them were
Yeah.
in there.
I
But
think Defender did. So yeah.
has a
Defender
separate
definitely had a separate one.
Yeah.
So I should find the
what would
board that
happen
might have
is-
sound.
Yeah,
I could pop my.
and the wiring would sometimes go bad, like cold solder joints and stuff.
Oh,
Maybe that.
okay.
Did you check your
Connected.
voltages? Says Crush Arcade.
That's what I'm gonna do. I just haven't done that yet.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
Check your fucking voltage.
I'll check it. I'm sure they're fine.
The fucking voltage in the basket.
Because I can play the game fine, the sound goes out. I'm sure it's not
What game
that,
was
but
it?
I'll check it.
Have you
Robotron.
tried turning it off and on again?
Yeah, many times.
Yeah.
Did you do the Windows updates?
Yeah.
I put
Fucking
Windows
talk to
10
me about
on it, still not
fucking
working
updates.
right.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because I had Vista on it before. And
Windows
I-
ME.
I
and
turn on
me,
the
oh my
Diablo.
god.
I
ME
have
was
a
horrible.
shower, and by the time I come back, Windows update. I'm like, are you kidding me? And it's already started in the 10 minutes it took me to shower.
Well, I guess you gotta take a longer shower.
Oh, eight ball Paul just reminded me of someone. I have another rant.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah, you do. That's yeah.
Uh,
yeah.
That's a legit. That's a
That's a
bad
legit rant. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
one. You want
I've-
to do it now, or should we save it?
I
Tease
want to
it.
get it out of the way. I'll make it a
Get
quick
it out.
one. It'll be a quick one. So I'm
Oh.
thumbing through Instagram, and you know how they kind of have some sort of algorithm that knows what kind of ads to throw in your face. And I think just because it's Halloween, they're throwing a lot of Halloween ads in your face. I don't know if you're getting these ads, but I'm getting an ad for these internally projected pumpkins, which is fine, you know, if they want to sell that. But the problem is that these assholes, I don't know if it's more than one group of people, but there's multiple companies that they're using to sell these, so it's hard to go after the single one. That's how they get around it, probably. But it's some pumpkin they're getting from China that just talks and just has something that's internally projected, right? But the problem is that their advertising is that they're using my videos and my competition videos of projecting pumpkins and saying, "Oh, this is our product," you know. And
Asshole.
the problem with that is not only that they're stealing my animation and saying that it's theirs, but it's not matching what they're selling either, you know, for $20 for a pumpkin. But I'm getting angry fucking emails from people saying, "What the fuck? This isn't the same thing," because they're in their commercials. Some of them show the pumpkin singing Thriller from mine. And they're like, "What the fuck? My pumpkin doesn't sing Thriller, it just talks. And you false advertising, you asshole. I want my money back," and blah, blah,
wow.
blah. I'm already getting that now. So, fuck. So I'm trying to
So
file.
how is that getting pointed to your website though? Did I miss a part?
It's not pointed to my website. They stolen my videos from YouTube, and they're making commercials out of my videos and some other people's videos that do projection pumpkins for Halloween.
So they're finding you on YouTube.
Well,
then-
mine and other people's
Yeah.
pumpkins too. So
Dickheads.
so I filed a grievance with Instagram, and what a fucking nightmare that is. You got to fill out so much paperwork. You know, where you live, what's your favorite color, you know, all that kind of bullshit stuff. And then you submit it, and then they go, okay. You submit it, and then they still ask you, "Well, we got your report. What is it exactly that you are claiming?" It's like, "Well, why did I fill out all this paperwork for?" And you're asking me again. So it's like, "Well, what else do you want?" And they're like, "Well, how do you prove that this is yours?" I'm like, "Fuck." So I go, "Well, here's my website. Here's my YouTube channel." You know, and then they're like, "Well, we need some more information than that. We need to show do you have copyright paperwork and blah, blah, blah." I'm like, "Oh, fuck. Good luck." So I'm pretty much fucked because I don't have actual filed paperwork on anything, of course, you know. So it's like, oh Jesus. So I'm just screwed.
Yeah, at that point, it's like then you need to hire a fucking lawyer.
Then it's lawyering up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I might have to do that. I don't know. It's just I hate that crap. For
Yeah,
what? 2 months for a 2-month thing I got to deal with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and it's
Yeah.
it's gonna be your lawyer going after a company in China probably. So good luck with that too.
Yeah, good luck with that too.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, and not only that, in 2 months, by the time cease and desist letter gets written, it'll be over with anyway. The season's over.
It wouldn't matter. Yeah.
Yeah.
And if
So
nothing
here-
else, that company will shut down and another one.
Here's
will
the
pop up.
twist.
Someone.
Yeah.
Here's
Oh,
the
shit.
twist, though. As I'm going into all their commercials, and I'm putting my own commercial in their comments in a bunch of places, and I've been getting a flood of sales out of it. So fuck you guys.
Nice. Mark, someone did. I
That
did
is
see someone
awesome.
comment
Hey,
on your Facebook
Nice.
thing, and they had a great idea about watermarking all of your shit.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
not a bad idea. I might have to pull all my videos and watermark them all the same, the name of my website or something. Just so that
Yeah,
doesn't
just
happen
something so that when people are like,
My
well,
fucking
wait a minute.
pumpkins.
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
right now that's just in the corner
.com.
on some of them, or yeah. Yeah, my website, by the way, is projectedpumpkins.com.
Yeah.
If you want to
And I
go
was-
there.
If you want to give everyone else a
Right.
big fuck you, buy from Mock.
That's right.
Yeah.
And I was just on your site. In fact, I'm going to buy your window creeps.
Oh, you don't have to
'Cause,
buy it. I'll just send it to
Yeah.
you. You're a friend. Don't
how you
buy it,
make money.
Carrie. Don't
I
buy it.
got
Don't-
mine.
Yeah,
Become-
I'll just send you a free download.
Become friends with Mock and you get everything for free.
Window creeps is cool because that one you set up a shower curtain.
Yeah.
And you just project it from inside your house, so you don't have to worry about your projector outside. So it's
Right.
inside
Yeah.
safe, and you just set up speakers outside if you want to. And that
Yep.
all has sound. You don't have to add sound to it. And
Yeah, I saw
Yeah.
that. No, it looks perfect. Because I just don't have a place to put the pumpkins. I was telling Jim, I'm like, oh, this would be really cool, but I really don't have a place to put the pumpkins in the front. And then saw the window animation stuff. I'm like, oh, that's perfect.
yeah, window creeps
yeah.
is fun. I like that.
Yeah.
I use that when I used to have a front window. Yeah, that's and my wife is the one that does the cackling witch at the beginning of it. So
Wow.
That's awesome.
she was a cameo.
Oh, I love it. Oh,
Yeah.
that makes it even better. I'm excited for that.
Yeah, we were just
Mark,
looking at
what's the-
projectors.
Yeah.
What's that?
Mark, what's your website again?
It's projectedpumpkins.com. So
Yeah, right. Right before the show, Jim was looking at. I narrowed
Or-
down my projectors to a couple, and he made some recommendations. So
Okay, yeah.
She's getting
Carrie,
a $10,000
just,
projector. No, I'm just kidding.
just remind me if I forget, Carrie. I'll send you a link
Okay.
to download it. But anyway, yeah, I'm not gonna yell and scream and say fuck and all that. It just sucks. People just suck
Yeah.
out there. I mean, come on.
No one can make an honest buck.
Yeah, you know what was really sad is like tonight I saw a comment on my pumpkins on Thriller, the Michael Jackson's Thriller, and someone wrote in the comments section, "I'm so excited for mine. I'm getting mine in 2 weeks." I'm like, oh fuck. That means they bought it from those assholes.
Yeah.
So then I got to comment to him, say, "Hey, you just bought the wrong thing, and you're not going to get the song out of it." And I got to explain it all. I should just
they should be the
copy-paste
ones
that shit.
dealing with these complaints, not
Well,
you.
they will. Those are just like those kind of things that pop up on like Facebook. I've seen on Facebook too, by the way, not only Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, those things just pop up so they can make a quick buck and then they disappear. That's what they do. They're like a scam. I've seen one for lightsabers where they show these really intricate, awesome lightsabers that make sound effects and they flash and you hit them and stuff. And then they say, "Order yours today. Usually $200. We're selling them for $50." And then you see what you actually get. You read the comments and it's like they're selling this like knockoff brand shitty thing that's just one color. It doesn't even look the same. It's just like basically looks like a flashlight. It doesn't look anything at all like what they're doing the same thing. They're showing video footage from someone else's like authentic $200 one that you can get, and they're selling some knockoff China thing. So
They're just a regular arcade one-up.
It just sucks because there's no policing of that shit on social media. They don't care because they got paid for their advertising, and so yeah, I don't know. It's a problem, but
It's a cesspool, man.
Yeah,
It does suck. That was like what happened. That's why I don't do a whole lot of stock footage anymore, because some of the sites started partnering
they steal
with
it
other sites,
and then they sell yours.
They started partnering with other sites and without giving you the option to opt out. So instead of making like say $20 on a video, you would end up making like $1. So like a lot of people like filed complaints and stuff like that, like where's our opt out or where's our consent to do this? And so I basically kind of just like, I was already kind of starting to fade out. Like I still make some money, but it's not nearly like, this might be the first year ever that that like I may not even see like a reason to do any tax deductions and stuff because my income, that supplemental income will be so low. Because like if I go back just a few years, like let's see what, like let's say like 2015 2016, somewhere in there, where I was like really at a peak of income. Like it was a sizable amount. Like that's part of the reason why I bought all my audio stuff, is because like there was enough income that to justify that, and as well as like the camera equipment. But now it's like it doesn't, it like it's so minor compared to what it used to be. When I was working at the school district, I actually, over the summer months, I wasn't employed there because I only worked with the school district when the kids were there. And so over the 3 months of summer, I relied on my income from stock footage to get me over, and it was enough of a chunk of change to cover 3 months.
The early days of that stuff is awesome. It's like, yeah, when you before it gets ruined, you know.
Yeah.
It's like people talk about the early days of YouTube where they were just raking in thousands and thousands of dollars before YouTube started stealing it all, and and other companies, saying, "Oh, you used our song for 20 seconds. We're taking all your profits from,
Yeah.
Good luck filing a grievance."
I remember I ran it. Yeah, I remember
The DMCA.
I ran into an issue. I was using it was either Bing or Google Maps to use satellite to use the satellite images to do these Earth zoom animations that you're probably familiar with from Andrew Kramer, Mock, on Video Copilot. Those you see them in movies and stuff all the time, where like from way out of the Earth, like it zooms into like a rural or a residential area or something, like just and you use satellite images to create that effect that looks like a camera zooming all the way.
You layer it in. I've actually done that before.
I did like 50 of them, all with like major cities, like Los Angeles,
with
like all throughout the US. Yep. And I did a ton of them, and I was selling those as stock footage. But then eventually, and I had that going for months, and those were my biggest sellers. I was making like $1,000 a month because people were just buying those for like 50 bucks. Yeah. And then it was like forget which site it was. It wasn't all of them, but they were like, "Oh, you have to take this down because of the satellite imagery is copyright by Google."
Oh my God!
Yeah. So I couldn't use
such bullshit.
Yeah,
they use satellite imagery in movies all the time. Too.
Yeah, it makes me wonder how much they pay. They must pay. Well, no, you see the credit at the end. I always look at that at the end. Like, I wonder how much
Google
stock footage
or whatever.
Because they'll be like they'll credit like Shutterstock, Pondfight, all the stock footage sites, and so. But yeah, it's just I was like,
gross. That's so
really
gross and greedy. Fuck you.
It's an image, a satellite image that anyone can view.
Yeah.
But
it's not your satellite.
It's true.
It's not your camera on that satellite.
No, and it's funny. It's funny because I started after that happened. I was looking at. I was like, okay, well, I wonder if there's any royalty-free satellite imagery,
or can you pay for one to make it? Yeah,
there is, but it's very scattered, and it's not nearly as easy to locate and find. Like I spent forever trying to find good resolution.
It has to be really high res too for something like that because of the scaling. Yeah.
So that was kind of a bummer, but yeah. Anyways.
Wow.
Yep, it is what it is. And like there was a time where I was thinking about I was going to try to do that full time, and I'm glad the market's so saturated right now. It's ridiculous.
Oh yeah.
Because I got into doing it in like 2007 or so, and I was especially when I was unemployed for a brief time, I was doing that full. Like I was living at my parents for like about 6 months or so, and so that's all I was doing is just recording stock footage, and it's a pain in the ass all by itself because you need signed model releases from everyone that's in it, and then the metadata that you have to fill out for the keywords for the search, and then you have to send it in, get it approved. It all takes so much fucking time. Like,
Mm.
you know, it's not just shooting it; it's all of that tedious shit. But
yeah, but it takes work to make money though. Like
yeah,
my
and then
pumpkins,
once it's up there,
I spent time animating all that shit.
yeah, and then
You know,
once
and
it's done, it's residual.
It's
yeah.
just automatic, you know, every year, you know, and this is like the second year I have not bothered to make a new set of pumpkins this year.
Yeah.
First of all, because I'm kind of uninspired. I'm kind of just soured by this year. I don't really have I don't have the inspiration to make anything. Plus, I don't know. I don't know what to even do right now, and I
know exactly how you feel though, because I was telling Carrie we were in the car yesterday running on some errands, and I was like, you know, I got to be optimistic and look on the bright side, because like I'm actually kind of relieved that there like for work there's not going to be a year-end video that I have to do, and we're not doing a Christmas video for our show. That's actually probably a good thing, because I'm so unmotivated. Like I have no motivation right now to do that.
Yeah.
The creativity and stuff, I just don't have any of that
either.
urge.
I haven't drawn in like months and months, and
so I'm hoping that.
No, this year sucks.
Yeah, but I think by taking like this year off, that hopefully will like rejuvenate that you know, that creativity to want to do that, because that's happened to me. That's happened to me before.
Yeah,
and it's happened to me before, like that with video stuff in particular. When I was working my first job out of college and I was doing corporate videos and stuff, I lost all like excitement to do, like, because I'd be doing that full time, and it was so monotonous. It'll be like the same type of videos, same product videos, whatever. And then at the end of the day, it's like the last thing I want to do is work on this stuff. And then after taking and then I left that place, and I had all this my creativity and stuff was just recharged, and I just wanted to do fun projects again. Yeah.
I don't think I've done anything cool and creative since Steve's mini bobblehead thing.
Oh yeah.
I don't think I've done anything since that, you know, because that was like, I'm doing that for like a cause. Is kind of like I look at it like, and people are gonna check it out, and so it's a good. I knew it'd be a fun thing to embarrass Steve with, and
that turned out awesome. Yeah.
I remember I asked Steve, I go, "Are you gonna put this at Grinkers somewhere?" He's all, "No, I'm taking it home." I'm all, "Why?" He's all, "Because I got this big headed thing. Would you want that at your work?"
Put it in a clear acrylic display case with some lights on it. Yeah.
I go, that's cool.
You should have kept the big penis version.
I can't find that anywhere too. I have it in my drafts. I have it in my draft. Yeah. For people that don't know, that went to Grinkers, that saw that we made a bobblehead. Funny. We made a bobblehead for Steve, the owner of Grinkers. And just for fun,
it was my idea, but I didn't do any of it.
I made a version where in his pants he was totally packing this large bulge in his pants. So and he even had like a shape of a.
I got a full-on robot chubby.
It was pretty awesome.
I told that.
I probably should have just kept it since he just took it home anyway.
The perfect moment. Too.
That was.
Maybe you could have a Keith like 3D print a snap-on over the.
It's an attachment. It's an accessory.
Use the super glue this on here.
Yeah, I pulled those two sound bites from Bill and Ted. I pulled that one and then this one.
He was a dick.
You guys want to talk about Bill and Ted?
Yeah.
All right. Spoiler alert! Anybody who has not seen Bill and Ted 3, I mean, we might get into it. Are we going to talk about Bill and Ted 3? The yays and nays of it, or not? Whiskey Dan Deidre,
we could save it offline.
I haven't seen it. You guys go ahead and talk. It's going to be a while before I get to it. I'll forget anything.
Have you seen the first movie? Then you've seen it.
Okay, that makes it easier.
Actually, it's a little bit of 1 and 2.
Yeah, a little bit of 2 in there, but mostly 1, I thought. But
we can buffet it. We can skip it.
We don't have to talk. We don't have to talk about Bill and Ted if you guys don't want to. I don't know. Someone brought it up.
Yeah, we could talk about it offline too. When save it.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Or we could save it and talk about it in a month
Me
or
and
two after.
I had seen it before last Saturday, but Carrie hadn't, so we watched it together.
Yeah.
So I saw it twice, and I enjoyed it. Even actually, I would say probably even a little bit more the second time around too. But I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was great fan service.
I had fun with it. Wait, I'll be right back. I got to do something real quick.
Yeah.
So that's we won't do any
a
spoilers. We can
do
do spoiler-free
version.
Yep.
Yeah, I think we could.
Yeah.
Oh, Buffett, post in this chat when you're done talking. We don't. We'll no spoilers. So, but yes, I will. It's great. Yeah, it's a fun movie. Yeah, it was. I think it came out at a really good time with the COVID and the way the world is right now. Honestly, you're talking about a couple of like likable dumbasses that saving, uniting and saving the world. So well, I should wait till Mock to keep speaking thoughts, but yeah, it was fun. What do you think, Andrew? Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, I had a good time. I mean, it was really cool seeing, especially all three of them back to back like that.
I couldn't believe how well Alex Winter, from not acting for so long, just snapped right back into his character. So like, and he's aged well too. Yeah,
it's funny, and I would say, Keanu Reeves, like basically his entire acting career has been defined by that role, and he's been kind of fighting to get away from being Ted. But it's funny watching it. I felt like he was kind of struggling to
get back into Ted. I thought so too, a little bit.
It's like, are you kidding? You've been doing the same fucking role.
Yeah.
In every movie you've ever been in, and now you're struggling.
Yeah.
To do the old role.
Yeah, exactly. That is kind of funny. No, I kind of had a similar. I remember when they were I started following the rumor of them wanting to put together a sequel back in
years ago,
like 2009 or something like that. And so I was always kind of keeping tabs on it, and it was all about like they want to do it, but they need to find the right director and they need to get a good script. And then they got finding the studio, which is funny because they got Orion Pictures. What's the last time you saw that the Orion Pictures logo? Like it was just
forever ago.
It was awesome.
1999, maybe.
Yeah. I think RoboCop.
RoboCop. It was super fun, and like it was clear that it was low budget, but like I really appreciated what they
did budget. I didn't think.
Yeah, and a lot of the effects were good.
I like the disintegration stuff was done, I thought, pretty well, and right.
Yeah.
And Hell, I liked Hell, this version of it. So, I liked the movie.
The two. I was surprised at how much I liked the characters and the actors that played the daughters.
They daughters really nailed it. I thought, boy, they were acting like, they really studied those films and they nailed acting like their dads. I like that they didn't hate their dads. I thought they were going to go that route. I
said the same thing to Carrie.
That they love their dads, and they're like,
they back them up.
I love that they did that.
That's exactly. I literally word for word said that to Carrie.
Just they support them and they love them, and they
don't make this into a story about how they need to fix their relationship with their daughters. We've seen that.
I've seen it 10 billion times.
And this is kind of
movie. It's just
and this is kind of this is mild spoilers.
Well, they did it with the wives, which was unnecessary as well.
That's why I said mild spoilers.
I was trying
to say mild spoilers.
Sorry.
Yeah. But
that's
like in all three movies, the princesses are minor characters. Their story is very minor, and they did the same shit.
Did you watch Red Letter Media talk about that? They're like, you know why they put the princesses in there? You know why? Is to make sure that everyone knows that they're not
a focal point or
to show that they're not together, Bill and Ted.
That they're not gay.
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yes. That's all they're for. Is because they're so together all the time. It's a Hollywood thing to show, hey, look at their hetero. Look at. See, they like chicks. See.
And much like National Lampoons, it's always played by different people.
for the princesses. Really, there's really no.
Nope.
I mean, they say hi, how's it going? And then they leave.
Like you said, Bill and Ted are basically the same person, like the same
Kind of.
character. Yeah.
You know, and they made another good point that there's no real villain in the first movie. The villain is time, basically. They get back in time.
Yeah, don't think about time travel too much. Don't try to dissect it because you'll go nuts.
Time in San Dimas is always going. That doesn't make, that doesn't make any sense to a time machine. You know, but it's a fun, lighthearted movie, and that's what the third one was. And
that's why I said it came out. I told Andrew before he came back that I was thinking that the movie kind of came out at the perfect time with COVID and with the way the world is and stuff. Like,
we need it so bad. I wish that was a true story because I'm like, oh, that world just wants to rip each other apart. I'm watching everybody want to kill each other, and we're staring in the face of another civil war. Yeah, we need Bill and Ted 3 in real life more than anything right now.
Gabby says I still think they're gay.
The princesses change every movie too.
That's what I was saying. It's like National Lampoon's Vacation series where the kids change in every movie.
Yeah. And they do like they write, not write off, but they write around like the issues with. Remember when they came back with their kids and they called it like Little Ted and Little Bill.
Yeah, Little Bill. Yeah. It turns out that their names are They actually that was kind of genius. I'm like, how are they going to get around that?
Yeah, because I was thinking that too. So did you hear about also that the end of Bill and Ted 2 is when they show those newspaper articles?
Yeah.
That was something done in post that the creators, the directors even had nothing to do with. The studio put that in. The studio went to the post editing room and made them put that in. All the newspaper parts. So they were like, why did you guys do that? Because now you ruined what we had planned for 3, even though 3 didn't happen until way later, but they did have a plan for 3. But they're like, oh, why'd they do that? So.
Yeah, there is some. I was. I feel like I laughed a little bit more knowing what was going to come the second viewing, especially the wedding part at the very beginning.
Oh, with their music and stuff.
Their music, God, that's so fucking funny.
I thought it was actually a pretty cool song too.
Yeah, they're playing like every instrument,
but at least they could play them all.
Yeah, they have the skill. Yeah, and the really old elderly Bill and Ted were really funny. I like Alex Winter's like old man voice was really fucking good.
Yeah. I like he was the old granny in the second movie. Give your granny a kiss.
Yeah. That's a bummer that you couldn't. I was playing your role, Mock, and I was doing. Fun fact.
I'm sorry I couldn't make it. I wanted to be there so bad.
No, you got priorities, buddy.
My wife planned a get together with her with her relatives and some friends. Guess what? Everybody, blah blah blah's coming over, and someone's coming over, and blah blah's coming over, and then those people invited people. Next thing I know, there's like, 15 people in the house. And I'm like at the bar making drinks for everybody. I'm like, fuck.
You made the right choice.
I had to, I was like,
the right choice.
Just don't say that too loud. I don't know where Patty is.
You gotta take one for the team.
Just don't break any more glasses, huh?
Yeah. So I really wanted to be there for that.
You do play a good bartender.
Event. I showed up at the last 10 minutes of the third one or something. So
Gabby's asking if we talked about The Boys season 2 yet.
No, we have not. I haven't watched it yet.
No spoilers. No spoilers on that one.
No. Yeah, that's gonna be.
All I'll say is that I'm enjoying it. Yeah. We watched the first 3 episodes because that's all there's available until the Friday. That's so weird. They release 3 episodes and then they're releasing the rest of them every Friday.
Every Friday,
yeah.
Didn't they do that last time? Did they release them every week, or they just released all of them?
That was all.
It was all binge.
Oh man, I like when they've been.
I guess it doesn't. I don't understand the reasoning behind it. It's a streaming service. Why release them as if it's a broadcast type thing? Because
I don't know.
Are you going to get more subscribers? Because it's not like they're offering. Here's 3 episodes for free, and then if you subscribe, that's not the case.
I don't know why they do that. I think it's lame.
Yeah.
And plus, if someone's new to subscribe, guess what? You get The Boys season 1 to watch all of that first before you even get to season 2.
Oh, you would find this funny. So I finally figured it out. I'm like, why am I getting all these comments, a big surge of YouTube comments on my Cobra Kai videos I did for the season?
Oh, yes.
Now that it's on Netflix,
Yeah.
everyone's like,
People
this
are
is brand
watching
new.
it.
Yeah.
I know some
Yeah.
friends of mine are watching it now. They're like,
'Cause I'll get-
dude, are you watching Cobra Kai? I go, I've seen that like a year ago. Well, it just came to
Yeah.
Netflix.
Oh,
Wait, is it on Netflix? Is it on Netflix?
yeah, it's on Netflix now. So like,
Yeah,
'cause
yeah.
I'll get comments, and some of them will be relative to. They'll be like there'll be comments on like one of the videos I did where it was like either like spoiler free or it was like a teaser or something like that, and I'll get comments on that, and they're like, and I'm like, dude, you realize that this video was posted like 2 years ago or whatever.
Yeah,
You know,
it was like a long time ago when it was coming
like,
out.
yeah.
For the first season, then you talked about all the potential stuff of season 2, and then when
Yeah.
season 2 happened, you talked about that. Yeah, I
Yeah,
watched those
so
videos.
it's yeah, so it's kind of funny. So it's funny to get all these comments. I'm like, why am I getting all of these comments? And I'm getting a bunch on my top 10 Miyagi moments videos that I did back in 2008. You know,
Wow.
people are like, oh, rest in peace, Pat Morita. I'm like, he died in 2005, right? You know? It's just funny how that works. People don't look at the date that the video was posted or anything, you know.
Isn't it weird
They
that
just
he was
react.
on Happy Days as the owl owner,
Yeah.
and then they switched him out with a different owl
Yeah.
owner?
So Arnold and Al,
Yeah, Arnold and
Yeah.
Al. They
Yeah.
swapped him out with a different actor.
We're
Weird.
actually going through Happy Days.
Yeah.
That's so we always find like something light that like old and older.
You have
sitcom
Happy
and,
Days.
like,
Where do you watch that on?
flash drives.
Oh, okay. You don't have it on Hulu or something, right? So
No, yeah. So we like, for
Kino.
instance, when like a few years ago we would watch Cheers, and then once we got through Cheers, we'd start something. So now we're doing Happy Days, and we're on like season 4 or 5 or something like that.
Mm,
It's
okay.
just where Chachi starts making appearances, and we're like, oh
Oh, brother.
yeah.
So Chachi
Yeah.
started getting more and more appearances on Happy Days because all the flood of letters that they used to get from all the girls that thought he was so hot. We love Chachi.
yeah.
So then he starts showing up more and more on the show, and you're like, oh.
Yeah. What was this?
Wearing his sleeveless shirts with his big 2-inch pipes.
And
Yeah.
the like whoa 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 or whatever that.
Yeah.
Wah, wah,
That's that wah wah wah.
Wah wah wah. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. I argue that the famous saying from John Hine, the jump the shark. You've heard that a million times, right? Well, that
Yeah.
show Jump the Shark, and that all came from Happy Days when Fonzie jumped
Oh yeah.
the shark. That's
Because
when
the
the
story
show,
is that
that's when the show
because
goes
Henry
downhill.
Winkler liked water skiing. He made that known,
Well,
and
he
yeah.
hated motorcycles, by the way. In fact, the only time he ever rode a motorcycle was that when you see the opening of the show, he actually
Right.
crashed it. They cut before he crashed it into
Oh, shit.
a car that was parked on the side that
Oh, shit.
because he can't drive a motorcycle, and he says, "I'm never getting on one ever again." So if he ever gets on it, he's just like this, kind of like, "Hey," he doesn't like drive off or
Inconceivable.
So anyway, I argue that the show did not jump the shark when Fonzie jumped the shark. I argue that the show took a big dump when Richie left. It's like when Richie left the show, that show
That's right, it
sucked after that.
Whole place stinks.
What do you think of that?
What season was that? We're not there yet.
I
No.
don't know. When Richie left the
But-
show, it just wasn't the
Spoilers.
same anymore.
But he sure
spoiler alert.
But it's
God, no.
impressive though. It's impressive though. Like he's
Rant
only in
number
high
4.
school for like the first or second season. Like he's off in college like really quick.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Yeah, because they had to be old enough to be driving.
yeah.
'Cause I mean, when we started it out, it's all about I want to have a car and let's make out with girls in cars.
Yeah.
So that puts them
Yeah.
at like 16.
I found my thrill.
Oh.
Stop singing that.
Oh God, yeah, Potsy. Yeah.
No,
so,
no, it's
That was
no
Richie's.
Richie.
Oh,
yeah.
Richie used to sing. That's right. With
You know, that's always
that
be anytime
girl.
there's a girl. I found my thrill.
his girlfriend that he had on that show.
Well, he just ends up
It's
being
always
his
a different
tag.
girl.
Yeah, he just does it a lot.
They rotate.
time yeah.
Yeah.
Anytime there's a new girl that has an
Score.
interest in him, which I can't blame him. I mean, no, I'm just kidding.
So,
But-
Mark, what was this? A 40-year spoiler alert?
yeah.
Although I mean,
tell anybody.
to Ron Howard's credit, the guy's a big fucking director. So like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
That's cool. I mean, yeah, he wanted to go off and do, movies and all. That's fine. But yeah, I just argue that show was just not good. As it's kind of like when Michael, what's his name, Steve Carell left The Office. That's why I felt The Office jumped the shark after he left that show. I couldn't watch it anymore. I tried to watch
Spoilers.
it, and it just yeah, spoiler alert. He leaves The Office show.
Yeah, and they bring like Will Ferrell in there.
Oh, they tried everybody. Yeah, they tried Jim Carrey. They tried a bunch of people. It just did not work. He was the glue
Tales from the
of
Crypt.
that
They always
show.
bring a different celebrity on.
He was totally the glue of that show. I mean, I love Dwight and I love Jim, and it just wasn't the same. It just isn't. I tried to hang. I hung for a little while, but then I just went, no, I can't watch this anymore.
Me and Carrie just got through the end of season 1 or part 1, as I call it, of Disenchantment, which is that animated
Simpsons fantasy.
It's surprisingly good.
Yeah, I heard it's all right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, laughed out loud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's something.
That is.
That's my big indicator for anything that's supposed to be a comedy. If I watch it by myself and I laugh out loud,
yeah,
that's a big moment. That's like when I watched Bill and Ted 3, to bring it back to that, there was some serious laugh out loud moments. I'm like, okay, this is good, because it's easy to laugh with a crowd. It's hard to, for me at least, to, especially late in the evening, to laugh by myself. If it's, it has to be pretty damn funny.
Or the writing has to be good. Speaking of good writing, I don't know if you guys have watched it yet, but season 1 and 2 of the Umbrella
Academy. I just finished
season
good.
2. Season 2 and 1 and 2 are like one episode, really, I think.
Yeah.
Because the 1 is kind of like leaves you there, and then 2 finishes it off. So I think season 1 and 2 are really one thing.
I enjoyed the season 2 a little bit more than season 1.
So did I. I like 2 way better.
Yeah. And the cliffhanger was really fucking good.
On 2?
2.
Yeah, it wasn't, and it still wrapped up stuff of 1 and 2. So I like that. It finishes that story.
I started getting worried that it was gonna be
the same exact thing again. Yeah.
I know. I'm like, don't do this.
Yeah. I know, don't do that. So Andrew, have you started watching Umbrella Academy yet?
I've seen the first couple episodes of the first season.
I've seen them.
Oh, and it didn't hook you?
No, I just haven't gotten any further than that.
Oh, okay.
I started after Gino. I kept popping up on Netflix. Well, I'm like, wow, Gino
Gak
did
said
say
he liked it. So I'm like, if Gak's watching it, I got to check this out. But
you guys liked it?
I loved it. I love the character. I think it's really
I was a little. It took me a while in season 1. It took me like 5 episodes to feel like, because I was like,
where's this going? Yeah.
And then but I really got into season 2. Like season 1, by the end I was like, okay, all right. But it took me a long time to get to like really get into it.
I got into all the characters. I actually really like all the characters. I love the young kid who's got a mind of a 58-year-old or whatever. Yeah.
Number 5.
Number 5. I love 5. I love the hippie that like loves to get fucked up all the time. And
he's probably my favorite character.
Yeah, he is so funny. And his comedy in that is so funny. I don't know. I love that show.
And they build on the character development, not just the character, but their powers and stuff in the second season. And
their powers they're like a dysfunctional X-Men family.
Yeah.
I thought
it's the best way to explain it.
Wasn't dysfunctional. Did I miss something?
No, you haven't seen this. Yeah, it's you can't. It's hard not to bring up the boys, because it's not the boys at all.
It is not.
But it's kind of that same like where the same like it can be. It's about it's not quite as graphic, but pretty close to as graphic as the boys.
Oh, it's very violent. Yeah, that's
very violent, very
show.
language, very gritty. So So yeah, that's about the only thing I can. That's
Time
the thing. That's the only
travel
thing I can relate.
stuff.
Yeah.
Time travel stuff's kind of cool in it. I think I
Yeah.
love the committee, or is it the committee, or whatever that?
The
What is that
board.
called?
The board.
The board. Yeah, I love all that stuff. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I like the commander who was like that fish in a fish tank too.
Yeah. That shit's funny.
There's just so much cool, weird shit in that show. I don't know. I thought it was just a good time. I love that show.
Well, like I said, it took me a while to get into it, and but by the time like season 1 ended, I was ready for I was looking forward to season 2, and season 2. I thought they were really in the groove. Just how every character there's a lot of time spent on every character. You know,
2 feels like they had more money and they spent more time in the writing. I don't know. It just feels like a very clean, really well written. I don't know, season. Altogether. Yeah,
I totally agree. Yeah.
So what happens in 2, without spoiling anything, is that it is set in a different time period, which I thought was really done well.
Yeah.
Is that 1960 what?
61 through 63.
Yeah, oh, that's right. It's a spread.
Yeah.
But it's during the time of the assassination of Kennedy.
Well, how about instead of like talking about like for the people that haven't seen it, give them a general premise. Like what's a bunch of kids.
I know what it's about.
Oh, you do?
Oh yeah. No, I want to watch it. I just haven't had time yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, if anyone doesn't know, does anyone not know?
So this Elon Musk type character goes around the world collecting up all these children that were born all at the exact same time, instantaneously.
There's supposed to be like 40. There was like 43 or something like that. 43 kids or something.
Oh, was it
born.
Oh, okay. They're all born.
That was a lot.
Yes,
it was a lot.
They were born all at the exact same time, like immaculate conception.
Yeah.
Where you'll just be walking down the street and a baby falls out. Kind of.
They had a lot of metachlorians were involved.
The baby gestated and grew in like instantaneously. They don't explain it. It's just all these kids were born exactly the same time.
A lot of Anakin Skywalkers.
Yeah. So Elon Musk goes around and collects like all these children that he can to
ends up with 7 of them.
He pays them a bunch of money because he's a billionaire. And goes, what do you want for your baby? Let's go. How much do you want for your child?
Just like that.
Just like that.
Mark, did you audition for that?
Yeah. And then he takes them and he raises them to be superheroes. And then
they all are gifted. So
they all are gifted with some power of some sort. And they all have cool kind of powers. I like I heard a rumor kind of thing. It's kind of
good too.
Weird.
Yeah.
There's this one girl that she'll just whisper in your ear and say, I heard a rumor that you shot your friend in the face. And then no matter what, you have to do it. And you shoot your friend in the face.
Yeah, it's like mind control. Yeah.
So
they all have different powers, and so he raises them as superheroes, but in that they really don't have much of a childhood. It's kind of like a child actor or celebrity, like where they're raised differently because he's just training them all the time, but they don't have a chance to actually be kids. So
they're not loved. They're
raised
problem.
on a schedule.
They're not loved at all. They're all it's just all military. You get up at this time and you train.
So then they grow up and and they're all fucked up and they all go off in their own directions and stuff. And so it kind of picks up from there.
And that's where season 1 actually starts. Episode 1 is all the kids coming back home.
Is a reuniting,
for a reason. Yeah. But I like
let's
5.
Not spoil that part.
Yeah.
Well, we're just talking about the first 5 minutes. We only talked about the first 5 minutes of the show, so that's just to get you interested in.
It's the hook.
Watching it. It's the hook. Yeah. But 5, I think, is a really. You know what's cool about 5? That actor, he's actually a super fan of the comic. And he has his own.
How old is that actor?
I think he's around 18 or 19.
Yeah.
He has his own YouTube channel, and it's funny.
Shit, he's that old, like 18 or 19. Well, yeah. I mean, he's supposed to be playing like a 14-year-old. Yeah.
And it's just funny because he goes, "Look what I got today!" And someone, the company that owns the Umbrella Academy sent him like the collective comic book series. and he already has them all, but he got this like collective case where it's like this big book. You open it up and you get stickers and you get posters and you get all from the Umbrella Academy. He's all, oh my God, look at this. And look at this. And look at, I got a pin. It's a little umbrella
awesome.
pin, you know, and he's all, look at that. I'm so geeking out because I'm a super fan of the comic and I'm in the show. Can you believe I'm on the show?
Oh,
That's awesome.
I was like, oh, that's so cool.
That's what you want. Yeah.
Yeah, he goes, I can't believe I'm on this like awesome show. And I'm one of the coolest characters too.
He
wasn't being a dick or anything. He was just really honest about, just being excited about me, because this is his first big role.
Yeah.
Have you seen him in anything before? I haven't.
Nope.
I haven't
He's really
either,
good in
but
it,
he's
too.
great. Yeah.
Yeah,
He
he's really
kicks
good.
ass.
Oh, he kicks ass. His dialogue is so complex. I mean, he's supposed to be speaking like how old is he supposed to be? Like 58 or something? And
well, they got him speaking like an adult too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, his dialogue is like a 58-year-old, and it's just so cool. Yeah. So people that don't know what I'm talking about, well, I don't want to talk about that. You watch the show, you'll see.
Yeah.
Why is he a 58-year-old in a what is he supposed to be on the show, like 15 or
I was like 13 or 14. Yeah.
Yeah. He's way younger in the comic though. He looks like he's like 10, he's short, really short.
I was trying to picture the girl that plays Vanya. She was in like the X-Men movies. She played Kitty.
Something else. Yeah.
She played Kitty.
Oh, Kitty Pryde.
Kitty,
yeah, that's
Kitty Pryde.
What's her name?
She was in
Ellen Page.
Ellen Page, and she was in what's the other? Yeah, I say the same thing every time. I'm like, God, your forehead's huge.
I could project the whole movie on that forehead.
She needs. I always say, I'm like, you'd be great with some bangs.
Oh, she needs bangs so bad. Her hairline starts like way back here. She's got like a dolphin head.
No, her hairline's like mine, basically. See, look at that. Carrie cut my hair, so now you can see my receding hairline and everything. Yeah. Oh yeah,
almost as good as me.
Oh yeah, we're in the same boat.
Have you seen what Ellen's Page character looks like in the comic book? It's so different.
That's beautiful.
Oh my God.
Did you use a number 4? Is that
that's a 2.
a number 2? Okay. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I hit him with a 4. Well,
no, 3. I thought you went down to.
Well, I went as low as a 1, but
on the back,
but the top was a 4.
Isn't this entertaining?
Yeah. Vanya cuts.
I need
it's very hair raising.
Yeah.
Oh.
Anyway, go watch The Boys.
That's
Watch The
Umbrella.
Boys and go watch Umbrella Academy, and then
report back.
You'll be better for it. You'll be a better person.
And I also watched the first 3 episodes of The Boys, like you guys. So that I'm hooked. Can't wait.
See, I haven't watched season
2.
Wait, is The Boys up? Isn't Boys just have season 1 and 2?
Yeah, season 2 just started. The first 3 episodes are there.
Yes, I haven't watched those yet. I'm waiting.
Is it more messed up than the first season? Does it start off kind of like going downhill or?
Don't say nothing.
Yeah, you can't say. Yeah.
Maybe hanging.
It's enjoyable.
It's just as graphic as season 1. That I'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I was asking. Thank you. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, good.
I love Carl Urban.
He's
awesome.
She's not
I
become
just
family
love him.
friendly.
Carl Urban's my hero. He's so cool. I love he's like such a badass. He has 0 powers. He's great. I mean, wouldn't you be scared to death in a world like that when you got superheroes that can just like, burn a hole through your head with a laser beam out of their eyes?
He just doesn't care.
He doesn't give a shit.
He doesn't give a shit. He does a great job on that role.
He does. Yeah, tortured soul.
Yeah, Homelander's a little messed up.
Elizabeth Shue. Oh my God, that was crazy. I don't want to talk about it because people might not have seen it. So just
all right.
Go enjoy it.
It's more messed up. Let's just leave it at that. Let's keep going.
It's good. It's a good time. It's good adult fun. It's nice to see R-rated cool shit once in a while, though. Like, you know what? I just watched that Birds of Prey, that Harley Quinn movie. Have you seen that, Andrew?
I saw that one.
Okay, Andrew, you got to watch that so we can talk about that one. Because, man, either make it R or don't. It was like almost like a Disney film where like, well, we should make this PG to get more people in the theater, like in The Black Hole. Well, let's have Vincent rip a hole in the guy's chest to have no blood and no blood on the blades. but we'll make it PG. That's like, it felt like that. Like if you're gonna do R, do a fucking R movie. I want, you know, Birds of Prey, Harley Quinn. Did you see that?
Oh, I haven't seen it.
Oh God, horrible costumes too. So Andrew, go check that out, and we'll talk about it. But
yeah,
wow, what a disappointment.
Sweet.
Oh, that's
not enjoying that at all.
Yeah, watch it. It's terrible.
Like,
was that the live action?
It has
or
a couple
animated?
good parts. This is the live action one. The same
That's
actress
right.
who was Harley Quinn.
Harley Quinn. Yeah,
That's
and
all-
Suicide Squad. yeah.
Does this taste funny to you?
Yeah, this tastes like shit. Drink it. Does this taste like shit?
Is it poop?
Does it smell like shit here to
it's
you?
like that old joke.
Is this poop?
They walk
Is
up.
it really poop?
Two guys walk up to a piece of poo, and the one guy goes, "Hey, that looks like poo," and the other guy goes, "Yeah, that does kind of look like poo." And the guy goes up and smells it. God, that kind of smells like poo. Here, you smell it. Does that smell like poo? And he's like, yeah, it does kind of smell like poo. The guy pulls out like a switchblade that has like a bunch of things in it, and he pulls out like an unfoldable spoon. He takes a little scoop of it and goes, tastes it. And he's all, tastes like shit too. Here, you try it. The guy takes a scoop of it and he eats a little bit of it. Yeah, that does taste like shit. Come on, let's go. Good thing we didn't step in it.
Yay, mock jokes.
Yay.
By the way, your volume controls this one if you need it.
But anyway, yeah, go see the Harley Quinn movie.
Oh,
So it has some interesting. It's
Remember, you
worth
can
seeing
control
and
your-
parts of it.
because I know you
has
have more
some good.
sensitive
The
ears than I
action
do.
is done by the John Wick people, and certain you can tell what was done by the John Wick people, and see what parts weren't, because the John Wick stunt people. Fucking oh my god, those scenes are amazing. It's worth seeing the movie just for the action, and then you can totally tell, which is because they got fired. I don't know if you know this, but they hired this action company to do their action scenes, and it was so bad they fired them. They're like, "You're fired," and they hired the John Wick action people, and you can totally tell the differences.
Those movies are very old school, like Hong Kong type movies, because they're long, wide shots of great choreography,
should be,
where it's
yeah.
not all chopped up with quick little shots
Like
and you
the
don't know
Born
what's
Identity
happening.
bullshit. Yeah.
Don't get me started.
So
And,
that's where you can tell. You're like, oh, this is garbage.
Yep.
Yeah,
Well-
you're cutting to cover up shit.
Yeah. Because
No,
Matt Damon
but
can't
there's a
fight his
big-
way out of a paper bag.
But there's a big difference with those movies, like Born Identity. The difference between Born Identity and Supremacy is night and day. I remember going to, like, I was excited to see Born Supremacy. I'm like, oh, it's the Born Identity sequel, sweet. And it was like someone else jumped into the driver's seat, and it was like shaky cam everything,
Oh, it's
and
awful.
I hate that shit.
Awful.
It's just
Like,
lazy.
it's so shaky, and every movie was shakier than the last.
Yeah.
I was in the theater when I went to see the Born Identity, and I was like, I remember doing this, looking down. I can't even look at the screen. I'm gonna throw up because it's so shaky. I'm like, I'm gonna throw up. I'm waiting for the scene to be over. Like, okay, are they done fighting? They done? Okay, because there's nothing to see. It's just a shaky camera close-ups. Cut.
Then I made a noise like this.
It's garbage.
yeah. No, we've watched them. Well, some of them more than once together.
John Wick.
The John Wick movies.
John Wicks are fun.
They are so much fun.
Yeah. So the Birds of Prey, like I said, it's worth it to see the movie just for those action scenes alone. Are just so well done, so fun to watch. But the ones you could totally tell which ones aren't, and you're like, ugh, this is terrible. So yeah, but anyway, we'll talk about more later.
I'm trying to think of another good action movie series. Have you seen any of the Ip Man movies?
Yeah,
IP Man. Yeah,
I've seen
the
fourth two, I think.
There's 4 of them
There's a bunch.
with Donnie, and the fourth one just was released on Netflix, I think, and it's really good. It's the last one with Donnie Yen.
He's a stunt person too, kind of like a Jackie Chan kind of guy.
Mm-hmm.
He was in Blade 2. Did you ever see Blade 2? The one where the monsters' mouths open up, you know?
Yep.
Like,
He was in there.
Predator.
He's also
He
in
was in that, and
Highlander.
He choreographed all the fight scenes in the movie.
He was also in Highlander Endgame. Yeah.
Was he? I didn't see that. Okay.
He's been in a lot of shit though.
Yeah,
like, he's amazing.
So yeah, he's usually a little side guy, but
He
then
fights
eventually...
Mike Tyson in IP Man 3.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's fucking awesome. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, in an interview, he talks about it's him and Mike Tyson next to each other. They're interviewing them, and he's talking about like because obviously he's so skilled, but he's he's like, yeah, it was very intimidating. I was more afraid for my life. Yeah, this is really funny.
Yeah, because
but he's so good.
One punch from Tyson will just flatten you by one accidental punch.
He's so big. Yeah.
Whap. So sorry.
Yeah. Well, and that's sweet. And Ip Man 2 at the end, he's fighting the British boxer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are fun movies if you want. If you like, and they're really good choreography. Really like so. Ip Man is is Bruce Lee's mentor. Sensei trainer,
supposedly true story. The first movie, sort of, I guess. I don't know. That's what they say.
The character of Bruce Lee is written into Ip Man 4. A lot more. He plays a bigger role in there. Bruce Lee does. Okay. So, but anyways, they're great movies. But there's a lot of subtitles. So if you don't like subtitles, because it's a foreign.
Did you see Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, that Tarantino movie?
I did not.
They treated Bruce Lee like garbage in that movie.
I did not see that. I heard it's good though.
It's a good movie, but Bruce Lee is portrayed as such an asshole because he's on set on in some of the scenes.
Oh, yeah. That's Brad Pitt and Leonardo, right?
Yeah,
DiCaprio?
Yeah, mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and Margot Robbie as well. The one that was in the Birds of Prey. Yeah.
Who did someone post it in Slack? Or was that a text I got? The little Jackie Chan interview where he talks about his experience with working with Bruce Lee.
Because Jackie he was Chan, in some of his movies and stuff. Yeah.
Enter the Dragon. He was a stunt guy who was one of the extras, and Bruce Lee accidentally hit him in the face with his bow, and Jackie, trying to be the tough guy because Bruce Lee was like his idol, didn't he tried to tough it out, but then he kind of passed out because he got clocked in the head. And Bruce Lee, oh, I'm sorry. And Jackie Chan in his little interview, he's like, yeah, and then I played it off like I was in more pain than I actually was because I just wanted Bruce Lee, my idol. I just wanted him to keep holding me.
Pay attention to me. I love you. I need mouth to mouth.
It's a really cute little interview. Yeah. Who doesn't like Jackie Chan? I mean, he's such a sweet guy.
No, they asked Jackie Chan, I go, who would win, you or Bruce Lee in a fight if you guys both went at it? And he always says, oh, Bruce Lee would have just killed me. He kicked my ass.
I like him. I like the Rush Hour movies. Him and Chris Tucker are funny together.
Yeah. Those are funny.
Yeah, those are fun. Those are fun movies.
Yeah. Nobody understands the words that are coming out of your mouth.
Yeah.
Great line.
Yeah, Jim. Now I heard you talking earlier about Cobra Kai. My son and I just started watching that season 1 the other day. We got through the.
Well, if you watch my YouTube videos, keep in mind, they were posted like 2 years ago.
I know I'm way behind, but it's funny. My son and I are watching it for different reasons. I'm watching it because rehash the past. He's watching it. He's calling out the moves. Oh, that's Flying Duck. He knows all the moves and
no way,
karate because he knows karate.
Oh, how cool! Okay,
yeah. So he knows the moves so the real moves they're doing. But
all right, let's spar. No, I was kidding. Yeah, exactly. I'm rusty. Don't worry.
I love Johnny on that series though. He's just so fun. I love it. He doesn't know technology. He doesn't know Facebook. He doesn't.
Still suck.
Yeah. He's so stuck in the time era that he's in. Yeah.
It's awesome. Yeah, it's just nice that they find they take things from a different perspective. It's not like we're gonna start with here's Daniel LaRusso 30 years now, and we're gonna go from his perspective. No, yeah, it's smart.
No, you feel sorry for the guy right out of the gate. It's like, man, he's kind of got the shaft.
And you understand it, yeah.
You get a lot of backstory, yeah.
My favorite scene, I think it was in season 1, is where Danny Russo and Johnny sit in a bar and they're trying to work out their differences. And then they start talking about Elizabeth Shue. And they're like, wait, well, she's on Facebook. And then Johnny's like, well, what's Facebook? He's all, well, you don't know what Facebook is? Well, here, let me show you. And he shows them on his phone.
They're making fun of her husband.
And they look at her and, oh, that fucking bitch.
So funny. And
they both
looking,
call her a bitch. I love it.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, oh, look at this tool. You know, like
look
her
at that.
husband,
He looks like an asshole. Yeah.
They get in the car. They get in his car, and fucking REO Speedwagon comes on, and they're like jam like.
But you like
They're both
Speedwagon?
like you like duh yeah. They get to like they go past like the old apartments where Daniel used to live. And he's like, remember I kicked your ass right over there? And he's like, yeah. And how did that end?
How did that turn out for you?
Yeah. It's so good.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
I got.
I know that's
Great callbacks.
Fucking COVID though. I'm so excited for season 3 because of like what I've heard with the story and how like it's supposed to take. Daniel's supposed to go back to Okinawa. So they're and then you're supposed to find out. I guess Johnny's supposed to explore more the roots of where Cobra Kai came from, and like
did they bring back
super
Elizabeth Shue?
intriguing.
Do you know?
I don't know. There's just rumors.
They hinted to it, but I hope so. I mean, what is she doing right now? She's
You know what I want more than anything. I want to see the character Terry Silver come back because his character was like one of the best villains ever of all time. He's the only thing that saved Karate Kid Part 3 was
the one that overtrained Danny or
Thomas Ian Griffith,
real big
who hasn't
asshole.
acted in anything since.
He was really good in that. Yeah, he was a real good dick. Yeah.
If you can't stand, you can't fight. If you can't breathe, you can't fight. Can't see, you can't fight. That whole thing was fucking cool.
Oh, you're so mean.
It's great.
Yeah, I thought you might be
Danny,
meaner
you
than
didn't
the
have
other
any
guy.
choice. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Mike Barnes, the bad boy of karate.
Who takes out apparently full page ads in karate magazines just for himself.
I like the karate. Well, Andrew, you've seen those dubs, the Karate Kid dubs. Yeah. We were just watching one, but he's like, yeah. Well, first off, Johnny was, in the dub, he's like, yeah. What, you think that crane crab shit's gonna work this time? And he's like, yeah, well, work good on Johnny. Yeah, well, Johnny was a faggot, and this time you have to fight.
Oh no!
He's it's not my word, it's theirs.
I know.
He's like, and then he turns the thing around. He's like, this time you find someone else. Kid Dynamite, the bad boy of karate.
The bad boy of karate. How cheesy does that sound?
It's super bad.
It's so bad. That's a movie where it's kind of got a cult following because it is so bad. Like it's another example of like it's the worst one in the series. It's kind of like Back to the Future 3, where it's like it gets a rep for being the weakest one, but you watch like it's kind of got this cult following now where people just love it because of certain elements, and Terry Silver in that movie is like definitely one of them. Yeah,
I just like all the little other throwbacks, little calls that they like in the first 3 episodes I've watched. The kids there in Johnny's office, or we're kind of cleaning the window. How do you want me to do this?
Yeah,
I don't fucking care.
I don't care. Just clean this shit.
I don't care.
Yeah, it's so well.
Just clean it.
The only reason why that show is made is because the people that wrote it did so. They're such
huge
serious
fans. You can tell. Yeah.
And it's funny that it's now available on Netflix because they approached Netflix originally.
No, that's dumb.
Yeah. YouTube pitched them. They're like, you should do it on our platform because we'll, blah, blah, blah. And we're not going to, take anything away from it. You can do whatever, and now Netflix is like, oh shit, we dropped that, but we don't have great content. Yeah.
Did YouTube drop YouTube Red, or is that still available?
I think that's phasing out the premium or whatever.
So lame. Who wants to watch? Who wants to pay for creative content from creators on there?
Hey, I paid for the 1 month or the free month or whatever for Cobra Kai because that was the only thing. Yeah. I wonder how many people did that.
Yeah.
So I didn't even know that was even available. Like I didn't even know YouTube Red or Premium or whatever was even a thing until Cobra Kai is like, we're available on this. I'm like,
no, I gotta watch like PewDiePie prank people and pay for it. Fuck that. Because that's what's on there. It's just junk.
Cobra Kai is so good. The fucking the last episode of season 2 is so over the top.
I know it's ridiculous. Wait till Gina watches it.
But it's still
we'll talk about
fun. Like it's still fun. Yeah.
Wait till Gina watches that. Season 2 gets pretty out of control at the end. So
I wonder if
we'll
Buffett's seen Cobra Kai. Yeah.
Well,
I don't know if he's a Karate Kid fan.
I do like the hot chick they brought in though. You don't like her?
I'm just theorizing about who she is, like what's her backstory. Like,
yeah, they didn't really go into it a lot.
She's got to be a daughter of someone, and some people have rumored that she's Elizabeth Shue's, Allie's daughter. Some have theorized that she's Mike Barnes's daughter, because you don't know. She had apparently a rough childhood.
But she comes with a history, so I mean, she knows what she's doing.
I liked her on the show. I thought she was cool.
No, she was a great antagonist for what's Daniel's daughter's name? I'm blanking here. But for her, she was a good adversary.
Yeah, I can't remember her name on the show. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang, I got some catching up to do. I thought I was caught up with boys and Academy. I got some more to watch.
Oh, so much good. Yeah,
the Cobra Kai goes by so. Cobra Kai goes by so fast, though.
They're like 20-minute episodes.
Yeah, they're short.
They're like eating snacks, and you just eat them, and you eat them, and you eat them,
and then the whole bag of Doritos, right, Andrew?
And then
you're gone.
Yeah, the whole Doritos are gone, and you can't, You can't blame Orange Whip for eating them.
Fuck you, Brian Koo.
Those are mine. Or Brian Koo, that's right.
Yeah, Brian Koo. No, I got it. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's good.
I kind of want to rewatch those seasons now.
Yeah.
I just rewatched them in all 3 movies. Like,
no kidding.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
What, recently?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
But I can't skip ahead. I'm watching with my son, so I got to kind of do it.
Well, has your son seen any of the Karate Kid movies?
He saw the original Karate Kid, the first movie. He didn't see the sequels.
Well, that's good. That's the most important one. So
right.
They touch on some of the other stuff, but it's really not. Yeah,
it's so cool that they were able to get their hands on the original negative
footage. Yeah.
And so,
like some of scenes that weren't used in the movie, I've noticed a few
scenes and camera angles, and
camera angles,
the whole alternate slow motion crank. Yep.
So they
awesome.
got some cutting room floor clips.
Yep.
Well, Gino, the full first episode where it starts out with Johnny getting the crane kick, and you see him like slow motion from different angles. They originally shot that. That's the original footage, but that wasn't used in the original movie. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a few things in it you notice that are like, hey, wait, that's not the exact same angle or same shot scene, or they definitely got the cutting room floor stuff there.
Yeah, and Gino, you got there's a lot of fun. They bring in a lot of original characters. So yeah, you got a lot of fun in store for you.
Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to something we're gonna do on the weekend too. So I just
cool.
My son and I are watching it together.
Nice. Sweet.
Bring the body bag.
Yeah. Give him a body bag.
Yes. 4 stars for that series.
Yep. See. Anyone Seabart, I suppose you're still waiting on monitor stuff for your missile command there? It's trying to really hard to bring it back to arcade stuff, but really jarring. I have no segue.
It's down to a matter of time and me just not fucking having it because I'm still working a job and a half. I don't get paid for the half job, which sucks, but whatever.
Ooh, that's what we call this.
So, at least I'm up past the 30-hour mark. Last couple of weeks it's been thanks for the
we made a comment. We've been making comments. We're like, wow, if Seabart's not on here, something must be going on.
No, I had to work until 11 o'clock, and then it's about a 10-minute drive to home, and then I had to pretty much peel the shirt off because it's full of my mostly sweat.
Ew!
A little bit of water. I had to peel that off and
partial
shower.
pubes.
You like wring it out, and the juice comes out.
Turn the computer on, go to the shower, come back, and it's 10% into a fucking update.
TMI.
Fuck you, Windows 10.
Yeah. Yeah, fucking Windows updates taking over the porn.
Do a sweat shot.
There's your shift drink. That's what you get.
That'll wake you up.
I had a big Windows 10 update where I was like this close to like, do I just shut my computer off and roll it back? And then like 5-10 minutes later, it finally rolled over. But that was the longest. I fucking hate that, like where it just sits at, it doesn't even, it says like 0%. Like,
when you want to shut your computer off and it says there's an update and you got to sit there for like a half hour.
Well, you don't know if it's going to be 5 minutes.
They don't
or
tell
half an
you.
hour or what.
Sometimes the line fills and finishes and it starts again.
The one thing that the one complaint I've had since fucking Windows 95 days has been of all the things they can improve upon, can't they give us an accurate meter for progress? For anything?
Yeah. Well, I guess that kind of depends on the processor, but maybe it could like analyze the processor and go, "Oh, this should take."
Well, it's
this.
Yeah,
it's also the hard drive with writes to the hard drive.
Oh, how fast it can write? You're right.
But you think
but
yep, you
they should be able to do better. Yeah.
Well,
when they do a Windows evaluation and they check all that shit, why can't they just like, now there's the data. Now when something's doing this, it looks at that data and here's your estimate.
They should be able to approximate it better. I mean, even then, people with fragmented hard drives and it's got to write to different places. But they could still do it much better.
I remember last time I defragged a hard drive, SSDs. Yeah.
What was that?
Don't defrag your SSD. There's the tip for the day.
Oh.
I have a theory that they do that shit on purpose so you have something to complain about, because otherwise you would bitch about something else about the update. So
we'll fix that in Windows 11.
Yeah.
Anytime I do Windows 10 updates, I complain to Apple, and for some reason they just don't. They just ignore me.
Like, all corporations don't care. Disney doesn't care. Nobody cares.
Windows 10 is corrupt. Fuck you, Apple.
Yeah.
Wait. Oh wait, no, I was kidding.
Doesn't work that way.
No.
I'm gonna dig up Jobs. I'm gonna dig up Jobs and yell at him.
No.
My 2 hours. Oh shit! I just read Buffett's comment. By all my 2 hours of sleep today is catching up with.
Yeah.
God, how does he do it?
Yeah.
No,
Glad
the
that
worst,
he's still
is I'll go ready to leave in the morning. I go to close the laptop. Windows is updating. It's like, okay, how long is this going to take?
Yeah, how long do I have to sit here for?
Yeah, half hour later, I'm still like, I'm late for work now.
Yeah.
What I don't like is when you don't have a choice.
Yeah,
like
can't shut it off, can't unplug it.
Yep.
Do you think in the
if you have
future,
Windows Pro, you can say screw you to updates and only update when you want it.
Yeah.
I miss Windows 2000 Pro.
Do you think like in the future when like we all have
Windows
solid
7.
If we all had solid state drives and then they could like know exactly what kind of speed it would be for the update, then they could finally tell us it'll be 20 minutes or what?
Well, all right. Well, there's the variables, right? So it's a hard drive speed, it's a little bit of your processor, and it's also your internet speed potentially. All these things
that's right.
And
all these things can be different.
The RAM buffer.
Damn you, Andrew, with your answers.
But I agree with you. They should be able to be more accurate.
No, you're right. I didn't even think about that, because you could have a shitty connection at that time or whatever.
Or my personal favorite.
Mark, what I was saying is that
99% done.
When you do the Windows evaluation, where it looks at all your components in your computer and gives you a rating. Well, at least it used to. I don't know if they still do that.
I don't think so.
But it takes a snapshot of your motherboard everywhere. They should be able to upon that. They should be able to look at that, be like, and then give you.
How about it could download the update, and then after it downloads, then it could evaluate your computer and go, okay, estimated 30 minutes or whatever.
Do that in the background. Do it in the background, and then like when it comes time to install it or whatever,
That's like, I hated iTunes. Is every time I turn that app on, it's like, oh, you need an update. Every week, that fucking thing wants an update. And not only it's not an update that does in the background, you got to download a file and double click it and install it and then put in your password all over again. Fuck you, Apple.
Here's a new desktop shortcut. No, actually, Discord's been updating a lot for me lately. It seems like almost every other time. Open
Discord
Discord,
updates
there's
all the
a new
time,
update.
and Steam updates.
Steam
every single time
is another one.
But Steam is an easy one.
Steam
It's
does it
usually a
right
few
away.
megabytes. Yeah.
Yeah, Steam does it quickly, and all that's updating is the commercials it shoves in your face. That's all it is.
Yeah.
It is. It's just the commercials that are on
The only time I open up
page.
Steam these days
Oh.
is for Steam Link for when we're doing movie night or whatever. Yeah.
Lewis, you were bouncing around. Were you in the hot seat there for a second?
No, I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about.
How's that whiskey?
Delicious.
Very tasty and delicious.
What kind of whiskey?
Is anybody watching John's 2.5-hour videos?
Oh my God!
I
Mark,
can't watch them. I can't watch them anymore.
I can't. His camera work
They're
is
too
so
long.
terrible.
They're too long.
No, I told Carrie today. I'm
You're
like,
watching them, Andrew?
we'll see if I can get
sorry,
through
I was
5.
nodding to Lewis. I got a bottle of that stuff. It's good.
Oh, okay.
Mark,
You're nodding that you
I-
watched it.
I tried to watch his video today, and I watched a total, like I skipped around maybe 5 minutes because his camera work is just god awful. Like it's like he's having a stroke. Yeah, it's just like,
oh, poor guy.
And then I did catch a part where he's like, yeah, my tripod camera mount is broken. I've got it duct taped, and I'm like, oh God.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
Come on, all your YouTube
falls
fucks
off
can't
at one
pay
point.
for a new one. Yeah, I mean, like,
YouTube
Yeah.
fucks.
yeah. But yeah, it's really bad. Like it's like he can't hold the camera up beyond like his chin level or something. I don't know. I don't know. Like I don't. It's so many coin doors. It's like he's forgotten how to use a camera again.
Yeah.
He got good. He got decent for a while. Yeah.
He should keep it way shorter though. You know, I don't want to sit there and hit the fast forward button, you know. Then I don't know what parts to watch. He should just, I don't know.
I remember watching some of his stuff at 2. Someone told me, "Oh, YouTube has an option to 2x." That was you, Andrew.
Yeah,
that's exactly how I watch his
you can
videos.
do that. I guess.
Tan.
This is better than blue. This is better than blue.
And then his driving footage goes from 10 minutes down to Although he's started to edit
speed
stuff.
those up. He does speed up the travel time.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he doesn't really edit much. Most of it's just
YouTube punk's taking offense to my comment. Sorry. Yeah, I'm just jealous.
Yeah, I think he should just keep him under an hour. You know, Todd Tucky, same thing. His videos are too long now.
Yeah.
You know, they're way too long. Just
wait, but you don't like these?
shorter.
Boink!
Yeah.
No, I don't. I don't like his brother on the
Terrible.
show either. I don't like it that he's brought his brother in, and
It's a Butte Clark. Yeah. Yeah.
They do the three Stooges jokes.
Frank. Yeah.
The only thing I think is funny is
We put a new television set in this
every
one.
time Todd Tucky bends over to pick something up or to open up a door, they play that creaking sound for his back.
Oh, cool.
I still laugh at that.
What is this?
Yeah.
Hey, that's relevant.
What is this?
Yeah.
What is this? What?
Holy shit! His last one was almost 2 hours.
Well, that's
what I
Mark,
mean. It's too long.
You
No
saw
one for that was
I don't know
2.5.
I don't know if you saw my first Punch Out video, but
I
that's
did.
how
I watched it.
I'm doing them all as the short little video blogs, and the next one will be on Thursday. I think I have it.
I
it
watch
ready
your
to go.
video and I stare at the Toki and I shake my head and go, God, that took a long time to do.
Should have been
That's all
watching
I
the
think
stream
of
where
when
you
I-
beat it.
When I see it,
That was a
anytime I
long
look at it,
fucking
I
night.
just go, my
I'm
God.
selling it for
That
$4
was a
grand. Mark.
nightmare. You're never selling that thing.
No, I'm probably not. No, it's beautiful, and no one's gonna pay the money I would ask for it anyways. So
I was going to ask you, do you? I was watching a playthrough of the arcade version of Karnov. I was like, this is sort of like Toki in a way. You know, you're like blowing the little flame things out of the mouth. You know, and have you ever played that one before? Karnov?
I played it once. I played at Sean's Fetish Boy's house because he's got.
It's
or
a
at
really
least he
weird
did.
game. It's really weird.
It's another platformer.
But you pick up items, like you can pick up a ladder, then place it down and climb up and get hidden things and stuff. It's a really bizarre.
There's some really cool.
platformer.
I wish the arcade versions were a lot of these games were longer. I think Andrew Rastan's not a.
Karnov's like a 45-minute game. Yeah, it's pretty long.
Is it?
Yeah, I watched the
Okay.
the YouTube video of it.
So I'm always surprised by
wanted to
some of these
see it.
platformers how short they are, you know, and well, even
Yeah,
like we were talking
Capcom
about
ones are
Contra the other
short.
day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's exactly. It's short.
Or Konami, I guess that was.
Konami,
Yeah.
that's
yeah.
right.
But yeah. I mean, the first Turtles is actually what is Turtles? That's about a 25-minute
25
game,
minutes, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, those are quarter munchers.
It depends,
they're hard
though.
games. So.
Aliens versus Predator, the beat 'em up arcade game, is about a 45 to 50-minute game. So long to get through that. I played it through a couple times.
What's the
it's
game
a
that they have
long
at
one.
Grinkers? So was that Alien? No. Is that just Aliens that they have at Grinkers that Steve's got? It's off in the corner right by Super Punch Out. That's a cool ass game, and that's a hard game. Where you're playing as what's her name? And
playing as Ripley.
Blowing away, yeah, and you're just blowing away.
Oh, the Aliens one.
that was fun.
That's a cool ass game.
Yeah.
But that's I mean, I never completed, but I played that for a long ass time too. Yeah, I always appreciate games that are longer though. I mean, shit, I think if I was having a really good night on Arkanoid, that I wouldn't be done. I actually did I post a full? Oh, the stream. I guess I could look that. It was probably about half an hour, I suppose. Half an hour, 40 minutes. But that's so variable because it depends on if you get like a ball trapped or something. So it's a little bit different.
Yeah, I like.
Yeah, I guess it depends. Are you playing it to finish it, or are you playing for
points?
Yeah.
Yeah, there is that. Give
Mark,
him the breathalyzer.
Mark, I missed earlier. I don't know if you talked about it. How's your Atari Assault coming along? You got some parts for it already?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I held up I got my parts for my my trigger that I gotta fix.
You don't want to fix it live right now?
Yeah, it requires soldering. I gotta call a GAC over to do it.
Nice.
GAC with Radiant Services. Yeah.
Here's the next fire in Southern California.
Yeah, because right now it's just hitting.
He'd do it.
I just have it rigged to hit the leaf.
He'd get Dylan over there. He'd do a trade deal with Dylan, aka Tron guy.
Yeah, I talked about my Robotron now. The sound's going out. So I'm like, yeah. Have you ever had that problem?
Yeah. Did you replace the caps on it yet?
No.
Yeah. Sometimes
GAC's gonna do that.
Caps on the board, the actual CPU board.
Yeah. Well, there's a little test switch. Have you tried the test switch on it to see if it still plays the sounds when you press the button?
What it is the sounds disappear after about 30 seconds to a minute of gameplay. So it plays for a moment, then they go out. So I'm wondering
it could
if
be
that's
the caps.
Really?
Yeah.
He's got a lot of things to check. Yeah, I mean the interconnect cables.
Yep,
for sure.
I went and wiggled all the cables. I pushed on all the ROM chips and stuff. And
yeah, that's why if you hit the test sound button, if you have loose cables, it should still play solid sounds. And if it's doing that, then you could kind of isolate it to the cables. If it's still making wonky sounds when you press the test button, it's probably something of the electronics, most likely the caps on the board.
Okay.
I like this one.
When you say caps, is it a lot of caps or just a few caps?
No, I want to say there's about 5 major caps on that board.
Oh, that's nothing. I can do that. Okay. I've replaced 32 caps one time on a monitor.
On your main cabinet.
That was enough.
Yeah.
On my main cabinet. Okay, I'll look at this. So is that something that, like, where would I get caps for a Robotron? Is that on what website would I look for something like
I
that?
got mine locally through Jamco over here in Belmont locally. I was able to.
Well, you just ordered them yourself.
Oh, you just saw what caps you needed in order those?
Yeah.
Oh.
You could check with Peter on Arcade
Peter's
Parts
really
right
good
there.
about working. If you send him an email and tell
Who's
him.
Peter? I don't know Peter.
Arcade Parts and Repair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He probably already has a kit for it.
One of our recurring sponsors of.
Okay. Hi, Peter. I'm coming
Security,
to talk to you.
001. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, here's his
Yeah.
Oh wait, wrong one.
Yeah, maybe he'll take it.
Doubtful.
Kellogg. Well, he did dropped off the map, huh?
No, he's dealing with cereal. Oh, bad joke.
Oh God,
that's not even worth a groan.
I'm just gonna ignore that one.
Yeah. I'm gonna forget that never happened.
Yeah, so my assault's working great, no problems. And Robotron plays just without sound.
You had a voltage thing that was going on with assault?
No, I just pushed on the chips and they're working. It's working okay. So for now, anyway, we'll see.
Yours was a little more complicated, Lewis, wasn't it? You had to change out some chips on your assault when you had it.
Yeah, there was. I'm trying to remember. I think it was some RAM SRAMs, the video RAMs.
Yeah,
were corrupted.
Mine does that.
So
after you play for a half hour, it starts getting some sprite issues.
Yep. So you got some SRAM issues
RAM
that you got to replace.
Oh no! Yeah. So I get to look forward to things.
Nah, if it's working, leave it the hell alone. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
Are you gonna restore it? I think this whole game like has a side art.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna. I've already done some restoration on it, and fixed the usual little things like the marquee light and the starter in there, and some lights here and there. I don't know if I'm going to change out the sticker because it's only worn sticker where the hand is. Everything else looks like perfect.
They're all like
perfect.
Leave it.
Yeah, so I might just leave that.
You gonna get the Assault Plus kit for it?
That's what I was going to ask you guys about.
Yeah.
So
I
what makes
haven't done it to mine.
What makes that worth doing? Because is it just different levels? Is it harder? What is
I think didn't they change the music on it and they polished it? It's a little bit more polished than the original.
A lot more polished, I would argue. The first the original Assault just feels like it's incomplete. So you're able. It's actually easier. You're able to blow right through it. You'll get bored of it pretty quick. So
no!
A little more challenge. Yeah.
I get up to level 9. I can get up to level 9 with using continues. I know I'm being a puss and using continues, but level 9, I am. That is my goal, is to get through it on 1 quarter. But I could probably get up to level 3 or 4 on one credit. But level 9 it gets really hard. Because what ends up happening is I keep getting shot off screen all the time by those little white missiles, the ones that you can't shoot, because they can travel so far off screen. Like I don't know, and everything takes 1 million shots to kill too at that point. So yeah, I'm still learning the ins and outs of that game, which is fun. That's what I want. I don't want to master it in a week,
But I bet you the game will feel completely different once you get the other trigger and it's actually working properly. You'll notice the difference.
Yeah. The right trigger actually is a leaf switch that hits an actual switch.
Yeah.
And the other one, there's no switch. It's just a leaf switch floating.
Yeah.
Just using the metal as the resistance for the trigger, so the trigger goes all the way in. So yeah, that's kind of weird. So I'll probably do a repair on it sometime this week or this weekend maybe. So, but yeah, no, it's I'm enjoying it, and thank you, Carrie, for your assistance on that again. My partner in crime.
Yeah. Yep, that was fun.
That was cool. Yeah, that was awesome. So it was right at my price level I was willing to go. So
you really played it out that way. I'm here just to pick it up for some kid.
Yeah, I played dumb. I played a big dummy. Like, what do you restore these? No, I don't know what this. I'm just taking it for a friend. I don't know.
I don't want to talk to this jackhole. Come on, let's go.
She's picking it up. She's picking up later. I don't know.
A lot less questions that way.
These games are dumb. These games are dumb.
Yeah.
This hobby's dumb.
Stupid, worthless, no good, goddamn freeloading son of a bitch.
Moss gets outside, loads it up in the truck. He's pawing the game.
Are you kissing it?
Feels out. So long, sucker.
Yeah.
All right. So Lewis, when you sold yours, didn't you sell yours for like 900 or so? Higher?
Yeah, I got a pretty good deal.
Oh, you won't tell us?
You must have sold it at CAX.
No, it was some dude in Vegas. They wired me the money, and
they must have really wanted it.
Yeah, they
Over $1,000? Wow.
They had an assault boner. A full-on chubby.
I had done a lot of work though. I had replaced the.
I got
the
a
side
full-on
panel.
robot chubby.
Yeah.
Did you have new side art on it?
New side art on it.
Oh, okay.
It had the plus
Diamond
ROM
plate.
and- diamond plate. No. The Assault Plus ROMs with the switch, so I could switch it back to the old. To just plain Assault if you want. With the
Yeah.
high
How do you do
score
that? Do you have to get another board or something?
No,
that
no.
has them all, or-
His website shows
His
how to do
website
it when you go there.
Okay.
You
It shows how to-
basically stack a couple of
ROM sockets. Yeah.
and you run one wire that you have to solder to give you a ground. And
I gotta
then-
call GAC for 2 solder jobs. All right.
He's gonna charge you a lot. Yep.
Yeah. Yep. Plane ticket. And...
No medical fees to for the burn marks on his fingers from holding that
Holding at the
soldering
tip.
iron. Yeah.
Hold it like
He
right
solders
here.
really quick though. Once he gets going.
You do it right. You might get him right with just the right beer. You might get him down there. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please do the solder work
can't feel
before you start
anything.
drinking. Yeah. I work better drunk.
Steady hands.
Lewis,
Yeah.
Lewis, you said you did what? The marquee, the what else? The side art and
The side art. I put Formica. What do you call the
Laminate.
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 Did
on
you
the side.
replace the marquee or what? Did you have to replace it?
No, the marquee was actually in pretty decent shape.
Yeah.
So it was side art. The base always gets chewed up, and so I kind of worked that and cleaned it up and painted all of that. Used new feet.
Gabby offered to do it for you, Muck.
Oh, all right.
Just yeah.
I'm joking. I solder a ton of stuff. I have a pinball machines. I solder all day long.
Good point.
Solder
day, every
myself
day.
silly. I tell you. But thank you, Gabby. Thank you for the offer.
We're just
Lewis,
fun at
we had
I'm just making jokes.
So Lewis,
Really
we were
nice.
having a discussion on this the other day about the start button on Assault. It's not lit. It's actually just a unlit button.
Yeah. Correct. It's a plain cone, unlit, dark.
Yeah, 'cause
Not
it's just a
transparent at
it's
all.
just a JAMA board.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
think
you
the
put
plus
in
ROM will let
like
you
$200 or
play.
$300 into it.
Yeah, and a lot of elbow grease.
Yeah.
It's a fun game though.
I
It's
like
a great
it.
game. Yeah. It's definitely got a unique form factor and the shape.
One thing I'm
position of the speaker is
surprised.
awesome.
Yeah.
I'm really surprised that when you drive over the rough areas and the whole thing shakes, why didn't they put a rumble in the game for that? Like
That would
a
have been cool.
Yeah, like a rumble.
Mod
like
it. Do it.
Yeah.
That's no problem, right? That's
Yeah.
easy.
Well, you'd have to be able to know in the game when you
Yeah.
drive over that. Yeah, when that happens. But I think that would have been a great rumble feature when you drive over the rough terrain. That would have been really cool.
I think if you drink enough beers when you play that game, you could emulate that yourself.
Fake.
Mexican food.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. What was funny is when I went over to pick up the game. I think I talked about this. When I picked up the game, I was playing stupid, and I go, "Yeah, she wanted me to ask you how to start the game because she said that you use that there's something weird about starting the game or something." And he goes, "Yeah, you just touch these wires together and it starts." I go, "Okay."
Spark.
And he goes, "Here, do you want to?" He goes, "Here, do you want to play it?"
Let me
And
jump the
I
car.
go, "Okay, let me play it." So I start playing it, and I just want to see if when you pull the sticks apart, if it leans back and fires. If you can
Does the
do that.
wheelie.
So it does the wheelie. So I pull the sticks back and I fire. He goes, "Dude," he goes, "How'd you do that?" He goes, "Well, you just pull the sticks apart." He goes, "I've had this game
Whoa.
for like years. I never knew you could do that."
Whoa. Not
I'm like, "Oh
bad.
my god."
No way.
Showing your cards a bit.
Yeah, a little bit. I go, "I played this game before back when I was young."
He was a dick.
That's how I covered that. It's just funny that a guy who owns the game doesn't even know that you can. Like that's one of the main things in the game that you can do.
Mind scrambler.
Did you find out how?
Now, and then he's like, I want to keep this game now.
Yeah, I want to keep it.
Do you know? Did you get the history at all from him of like how they got it? Why they had
No,
it?
I should have asked that, but I was just trying to get out of there. But yeah. Oh, I sold my kegerator. Did I talk about that? I sold that
you did.
too.
You were trying. You were talking about people being dicks. You got.
Yeah, they were being dicks. And that same dick kept bugging me too. He kept asking me. He kept going up. He kept going up $25. You know, hey, have you sold it yet? You know, he first lowballs me. I'm selling it for $200 because they usually go from $300 to $600 around there. And it was in pretty good condition, pretty decent. And I was selling it with some beer handles, which are like. One of them was like $65 beer handle. So I'm like, you know, I want to try to get close to 200 if I can. So this one dick was like, oh, I'll give you $75 for it. After he told me I'm coming down to buy it right now. He goes, I'm going to come down and pick it up. I went, okay, great. Then he starts lowballing me when he gets there. He goes, oh, I don't have any money on me. But how about $75? I'm like, no.
Fuck you.
No. Then I started getting a lot of hits on OfferUp and on Craigslist.
Oh,
I'm like, I've got other people. I got other people that want to buy it. You know, no. So he leaves and he keeps texting me for days. Like I sold it already. Leave me alone. So somebody offered me $175. And I said, well, that's great because I have somebody on Sunday that wants to pick it up for $175. So if you can come here today, it's yours, you know. So they came down and they're really cool and they gave me $180 and I said, okay, well let me get your $5. And they're like, oh no, just keep it. I'm like,
bonus.
Cool. Bonus. I buy a Coke.
Yeah, I know that, dude.
But yeah, no, that they were really cool and they came and picked it up. And so, yeah, I got, so now I have space for the Robotron that doesn't work. So
nice.
Easy fix.
Hey, you're slowly adding these games in there. You know, you got your Salt, Robotron.
There's no room to have people in there. It's just a bunch of games. And
hey, as long as you can be a bartender, you're good. You know, as long as you got.
I'm my best customer.
What really matters.
Well,
I can maybe fit 2 people in that room now. It's getting tight in there.
Hey, just don't get rid of your little bar.
Yeah,
that's important.
Keith keeps telling me to sell my my MAME cabinet because he goes, you can put 2 machines in here or pin.
He does have a point.
I go, yeah, but I don't know. It's something I created. I made it. You know, it's like it's hard for me to just. I'm not
post
like
on Craigslist for $4,000. Like a lot of these people do.
Yeah, they do.
It'll play 5,000 games. Yeah.
You can play your Ninja Turtles.
It's like a penny a game. Come on.
Yeah.
They do sell them for a lot of money, but I don't know. I don't want to let go of it yet.
Well, wait a second. They list them for a lot of money. I don't know if they actually.
I don't know if they make it. Yeah.
No, you got a point.
Good point. Yeah, they do. There's a lot of people do selling it, but I don't know. I kind of like having a main machine.
I guess you need to get on the storage unit bandwagon.
Oh no!
Just for your MAME cabinet.
Oh God! Yeah. I know. Oh. I don't know. I like being able to play Laserdisc games on the MAME on Daphne and stuff.
Yeah,
that's kind of cool. And
well, it's nice being able to try every game out on a cap. You know. Yeah. So there is that.
Yeah. So I have a little of everything, and I got pins,
we like giving you
MAME,
shit.
I got some arcade.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. But at least I know my arcade shit.
Yeah.
See, now if you got rid of that MAME cabinet, it'd be like if Jack actually started soldering things, it'd be like, where's the fun in that? Like we'd lose so many jokes.
Well, and then there's that. Like the MAME cabinet isn't the only thing you have. So there's that. So you can't be like, well,
he's a MAME guy. Yeah. No. No, and an arcade guy. No. Oh, you got that sound bite?
Somewhere.
No.
Huh?
The ending is so good. Huh?
Yeah.
I'm impressed.
Yeah, I started as just a
Nicely
I started
done.
as just a meme guy, and then I grew. I grew with this hobby. I grew with you guys. I bought pins. I bought arcade machines. I have a cocktail.
What's your MAME running on? Which kind of PC?
I think it's just I want to say
Older?
Windows 10, maybe. I think
Intel Celeron.
it's old. Maybe not. It might be even older than that. I don't know. I
Pentium 2.
I went in. I did all the things you need to do, so you don't see anything. It just appears as hyperspin. You know what I mean? So yeah,
No Windows logo, none of that.
no,
right?
yeah, I got rid of all
Yeah,
that
yeah.
shit. So I don't know
Nice.
what's in there. I forget.
It's a 386 running Windows 3.1.
Until that crashes and I have to go out and buy something else and replace it. Yeah.
Hey, well,
I don't
386
remember.
used to run MAME, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
True that.
DOS
No, it's
command.
not a 380. No, it's probably like it's got to be a Windows 7
It's
or
a
10. somewhere on there.
TI-85 calculator.
Yeah. I don't think it's Windows 10.
They play
I think it's like a
Tetris really
Win-
well.
Pregnancy test.
Yeah, it's probably
It's
something
a
else.
pregnancy test.
It might be Windows Vista for all I remember. I don't know.
Yeah, that Doom on the pregnancy test thing was pretty fucking funny.
Oh, that was kind of cool.
Oh, yeah.
Put Doom
I
on
mean,
everything.
Yeah, that was
just
neat.
just because it's like, yeah, it's like for a while there when they
Everything.
open source all that stuff that like you'd see it would pop up on everything. And TI calculators, they definitely had.
Mhm, mhm.
All I read was this last comment
ASCII
from
Quake
DJ
and shit
Flash.
like
Gleek being a pussy again. It's all DJ Flash. Like, where did this start from?
I don't know.
Gleek was going to bed. Gleek said
Oh.
goodnight.
Oh, Gleek's going to bed,
Ah.
so that makes him a pussy.
Ah.
Well, he's
So
he's East Coast though. He's got
Oh,
to get his beauty
fuck, it's
sleep.
what-
Early.
Yeah.
So in other words, it's what, like 4:30 for DJ Flash, and he's calling people pussy.
And he put a meme up that says, "I'm bored and it's your fault."
It was good to see Jerry. I can't believe
Yeah.
he's
That's awesome, by the
making so
way,
much
what he's
progress
doing.
in it,
That
yeah.
in what, 2 months time?
those are the weirdest fucking cabinets.
Those are weird,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw someone on Craigslist with kind of weird cabinets like that though once. So I'm like, where did you make those in your garage and then throw in a board, or what the hell are those?
Yeah,
Where do those come from?
And then you look at like the Zachariah cabinets, like for the Rockola stuff, or like like these Irish cabinets and stuff, where like they look way more like amazing than the American style. So like it goes both ways, but I would love to find. Yeah, the Zachariah Rockola shit is mind blowing.
I like the Miss Pac-Man just had like a sticker on it. It said Miss Pac-Man.
I was looking for the side art's just a stick figure.
Did you guys finish watching that thing on Netflix, the arcade
High Score?
High Score, yeah.
Yep.
Did you watch that? So it was
Yeah.
interesting to see the guys that did the Miss Pac-Man conversion, because they did all
Yeah.
those specialty. I'd never seen those guys before, so that was kind of neat to see them interviewed.
It's a good story. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just picture that, like playing games on these floors of these dorm
rooms,
and
Yeah.
making a bunch of money, and
Yep.
Yeah. We're
That
getting
is so
sued.
cool.
Oh wait, no, we're getting hired.
Yeah. And they thought it was legit. That made them legit that we're getting sued by a big company, and he's we've made it. He's scared shitless myself.
Yeah, I know.
But-
You're like,
we're getting sued for millions.
The
Yes.
the parents. So can you cover this? No.
Yeah, no. But I didn't know they're the ones behind Super
Miss Pac?
No, Super
Zaxxon?
Missile Attack.
Missile Attack.
That's
yeah. I didn't know that. I've seen that out there.
Zaxxon.
I didn't know they did that.
Super
Super
Zaxxon.
Zaxxon. Yeah.
The biggest hit ever. This game's not hard enough.
But that's
You
just
gotta
really
make it
cool that
fast.
they're like Pac-Man's so boring because it's one maze. He
Mhm.
goes, let's fix this and let's give her lipstick and let's
And the randomized shit. Yeah.
They made it so much better. I mean, honestly.
That's got to be one of the best upgrades or kits
Ever.
ever.
Yeah.
And most known. Yeah.
And little intermissions and all that shit. They just knocked it out of the park for mods, I
Yeah.
guess you could say. It's like that's really what it was, a mod,
Well,
right?
Let's be fair. When people ask if like of all the Pac-Man games, when people ask if you've got a game, it's not Pac-Man. It's almost always Miss Pac-Man.
Yep.
Yeah,
No one
the
wants to play
girls
fucking
love
Pac.
playing Miss Pac-Man too. Yeah.
Yep.
No one likes playing Pac-Man. He's just a cool cartoon character, and you can make lunch boxes and plushies out of them. No one wants to play it really.
Yeah, everyone knows Miss Pac-Man. Yep.
Yeah, that's the fun one. How about the other innovation of the bonus that just kind of moves around the playing field? And the challenge is just getting that.
Yep. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a heartbeat. It's like, oh shit, it's out there. I got to get the pretzel.
Well, the funny thing is that they the same thing kind of happened with Atari 2600. The Pac-Man game was a terrible port, absolutely horrible.
Yeah,
but the Miss Pac-Man was amazing.
Oh, it's so good. I know. Same exact thing happened.
Yeah.
That was because the programmer said that, hey, we can program an awesome version. It just isn't a rushed version of it, because I'm sure they're trying to rush it for Christmas or some shit.
And then the sound, I can still hear the sound of the dots. It's like bloop, 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 bloop. Yeah.
For Pac-Man, the sound that they use.
No, Miss Pac-Man. Pac-Man was a and
then you use that sound
with a head that's like this.
Anytime any kid was playing a video game, they use that sound bite of Pac-Man.
Oh my god! So Mark, I just watched X-Men Apocalypse like a couple of nights ago, and he's what's his name? This fast guy, Quicksilver. He's got a Miss Pac-Man machine in his basement now, because it's supposed to be the 80s, right?
Yeah.
It's got an LCD in it. Okay, I'll look past that. But when he's playing the game, it's actually Pac-Man sounds, not Miss Pac-Man. And it's a dying sound. It's like, it's not the Miss Pac-Man. It's
wow.
Yeah, and I'm just like,
they got the sounds wrong.
It's so yeah.
But no, I remember like in TV shows and stuff, anytime a kid was playing either
it doesn't matter what game it was,
or a handheld, it was always the sounds from Atari 2600 Pac-Man. It's so weird. It's like that's what they had in their archive of sound effects. It would be like video game sound effect. And they just drag and drop it in, and it's always the same one.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
right.
It might as well be Super Mario Brothers, and then they put the Pac-Man death sound, because it's like, oh, everyone's gonna know what that means.
Cheapest license.
Yeah,
it's something they probably paid for a long time ago, and it's sitting in their archive, and that's what they can use. So
I always got a kick out of the Atari version of Miss Pac-Man, though, is because you could use the option select thing to select the amount of ghosts. So you could put down to one ghost. So you could play the game for fucking forever because you just have one ghost chasing you around.
I know. I remember that. Yeah. You could adjust the difficulty.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really like the 2600 version
I did
of Miss
too.
Pac-Man. It was actually really well made.
And there were more. I feel like there were more variety of colors and mazes than on the arcade version. It seemed that way, at least, because it kept going on forever. It'd be a different shade of green, different shade of this.
It hit all their color palette stuff. Yeah. Even though it might be the same maze of Maze 4,
now,
it'd be a higher. Yeah.
The only downside was they didn't have intermission scenes, but on the 7800, you had that. But yeah. The 7800 was awesome, but
I didn't know anybody that had it. I didn't know anybody.
My cousin did, and I think I told the story where I got excited because he had such cool games, and I thought as a kid, because they all fit in the same slot, I could take his 7800 games, put them in my 2600, because I would lend him 2600 games, which would play in the 78. Those backwards compatible. But that concept did, I'm like a 5-year-old kid. I didn't know that. And so I took those games home. And I'm like, I can't wait to play Xevious or Pole Position. Oh, it doesn't work. But
Mom,
he's playing
Dad,
all my games.
Atari.
Yeah. Well, my Atari my dad worked at JCPenney's way back when they still had a sporting goods department, when they still sold electronics. So my dad bought the it was on clearance. So like the original box, you can see the price tags. It went from $150 to like $100 to $75 or whatever. And he bought it when it was like $60 or $50, back in whatever 82 or whatever it was, and so so he got it at a cheap price, and that's how. And as a kid, it was never connected to the TV all the time. It was only when you were going to play it. So I would have to ask my dad. He was working at home. He was freelancing at the time, and I'd be like, Dad, can I play Atari? And depending on how busy he was, he would hook it up, and then I would play it. So
you have to get out the butter.
I was always the last kid on the block to get whatever console. Everyone had a Nintendo. When everyone on the block had a Nintendo, NES or whatever, I was still playing Atari. I was always the last one. So I got Atari in like 1989 after it had been out for like 5 years.
Oh wow!
At least your games were cheap.
It's true,
right?
Yeah,
blowing them out at $1.
Yeah. No, I remember paying.
I remember going to
Pac-Man.
I remember going to garage sales and buying Atari games.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That was exciting. I got Yar's Revenge, and I was super stoked about that for like a quarter. Yeah.
That's
so
a
what
great
with that
game
keyboard,
too.
right? Had a keypad type of thing to play it, or is that a different game?
Star
That's
Raiders.
different game.
Star Raiders.
Yeah.
I'm thinking Star Raiders.
Yeah, Atari
did you
games.
guys
I got
ever-
Kangaroo. I got at a garage sale too. That was actually a good port on the 2600.
Was it?
Kangaroo
Was it?
Yep.
I didn't play that one.
Yep.
Did
Jump
you guys
was
ever
holding up. Yeah.
Did you ever play the controllers on Atari 5200? The weird. It had a rubber instead of a spring. It was rubber to make it recenter the joystick. So if your the rubber would wear out, kind of sort of like a Robotron controller, but way weaker rubber.
I only had one friend that had Atari 5200.
Wow.
It was a terrible
Al
controller.
Bragelman. He had a Atari 5200. He was the only kid I knew that had one. But we only played it a couple times.
That's one at the very top actually has a button.
Those controllers always broke.
Button.
Yep.
Yeah.
And a reset button.
They're the first ones to have pause in a console. I think was that 5200.
I used to tweak and wig out the games. You could cheat on Space Invaders. I remember on that you could take on the joystick port on the back. You know how it's like a 9-pin port. I used to take a paper clip and I don't remember which pins it is now, but you used to short a couple pins, and the game would freak out and reboot, and then you would get like double shots and weird stuff. And the game would just
did you figure that out?
I heard about that. Yeah.
Cartridge tilting.
Ford started messing with it.
Was that in an Atari Power magazine or something?
Nope.
Wow.
I always liked playing Duck Hunt on NES and grabbing a second controller while someone was playing and fuck with them, move the ducks around.
Oh, see, I never knew you could do that. You can move the ducks by the controller.
I don't know how I knew that. Someone
was that in the instruction booklet that said you could do that?
I think we saw. I thought we talked about this before, but I think we saw that it was in the
too.
instruction booklet that says something about a second player can join in
and move the ducks around. Yeah.
But no one.
The ducks are pretty random.
But it was only with the single duck one, not with the two. Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Dun, 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 dun. My coworker that's in the cubicle normally anti-COVID before COVID, she sits on the opposite side of me in my cubicle, and her text message sound is the dog pulling up a duck. Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that's a great one. I
like
laugh
that.
every time it goes off. Yeah.
I kind of miss the pre-COVID days. I miss
I do and I don't.
I miss movies.
Yeah.
I miss certain things. I don't miss going to work. I like working from home. I want to keep that.
Can we do pre-COVID but still be able to work from home?
Yeah.
100% of the time.
Still getting all our work done.
Yeah. I want everybody else to be back at work, but I want to continue to work from home.
Yeah.
That's the way I
Well, you
figured it
wouldn't
out.
be here if this was pre-COVID. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree
that
with
sort
that.
of thing. Because you're here through the 21st, so we'll have another show at least before you're back. So, and I'm there for almost all of October. So
Carrie came down so you guys can film your holiday video, right?
Oh yeah, it's actually done. It's done already. Yeah.
You did it? All right.
Yep. It's 5 minutes of black. No music.
Yeah, it's a reflective one. To people are to be
Mhm.
quiet,
Yeah,
really
yeah.
be quiet.
Yeah,
and be
interpret it
mindful and
however
think
you
about-
want,
yeah,
but
Have a Merry COVID Christmas.
Yeah, exactly.
Carrie needs a song that
There's an
unites the world.
Yeah. Get out your trumpet. We're gonna play all the instruments. Wow. That scene is so fucking funny.
What about people that can't play? They just get kazoos.
I'm so glad that Missy, the actress that plays Missy's in that movie, like they got some of the cast, and fucking thank God for William Sadler.
Missy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Missy and Ted's dad.
Yep.
And he really looks the same. So yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. I actually had to look up to see if Deacon was the same kid, but it wasn't. I was a little, but he could have been ugly, or he didn't act after, it's hard to know with some of the child actors,
Yeah. Is that the brother? The younger
brother?
Yeah.
He was a dick.
No, that actor's I've seen him before in other things. So yeah, I knew it wasn't him. But the what was weird is the robot. That actor.
Yeah, Dennis. I dance.
Go dance over there.
Yeah. Rehearse over there.
Rehearse over there.
William Sadler's so good.
I love Death.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah, so fucking funny. 40 minutes solo.
Yeah, an hour solo. They just don't understand it.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah,
they're not ready for it
riffs
yet.
In there. Yeah,
I think the girls loved it though.
Yeah, they're
awesome.
Sweet talking around it. Yeah.
The
that's kind of spoiler.
Yeah,
but
you gotta watch the spoilers. You guys are really dancing on the spoiler thing.
We're dancing on it. All right,
you're dancing on it. Yeah.
We'll talk offline. Yeah. Well, speaking of offline, we should probably wrap this up.
You guys, let's wrap this up. I'm tired. I got a lot of work to do tomorrow. So
yeah,
I'm sure you guys do.
Don't talk to me about work or Windows updates.
All right, I won't.
Any of those happen.
All right. Well, welcome. Thank you for joining us. I know it's like we're starting a new show.
You're welcome.
I'm doing the intro at the end.
Episode 230 something.
230. What again? 239.
Holy shit!
Go.
Wow, that's a long season.
Thank you for joining the Arcade Hangout and Mock's Rants. Go watch Disney Plus and that new Mickey Mouse Club and watch the commercials from 1977.
And then come back and report your rants to Mock.
And then see if you can still find Shake and Bake out there. Do they even make Shake and Bake anymore? Is that a real thing still?
Yeah. I think they do.
I think they do.
It's kind of like Shore Lunch. They still do that stuff, even though they don't advertise it. It's kind of like the some of the cereal commercials you just don't see anymore.
Yeah, I don't think they have Chicken Tonight anymore. That wasn't in there, but like Chicken Tonight, remember that one?
Oh yeah.
I feel like chicken
tonight.
Like chicken tonight.
Shake and Bake, you're making me hungry.
Gross.
Do they still do Kix commercials? Kid tested, mother approved, that sort of shit.
Yeah. They did have a commercial for a Tonka toy. It was remember when vans were really big in the 70s? It was a van that like had all these gadgets and things that do all these things. You can flip the mirrors and flip the windows and the tires come off, and I was like, wow. It's like back when vans were cool, I guess.
A-Team.
Yeah.
Hey.
Before A-Team.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Or Stovetop. That's also good.
Right.
I don't remember those.
Right, Cerrone. Right. The San Francisco treat.
Chef Boyardee. Hey, all I have to say is thank goodness for Chef Boyardee.
Raviolis, those slimy things.
Yeah.
SpaghettiOs.
I know.
They slip down your throat like wee.
Yeah. SpaghettiOs.
Wee.
Before like
that's like the Pillsbury toilet bowl.
I know, like that. I don't know what meat. That's like cat food meat in there, and there's like or Alpo meat in the raviolis for Chef Boyardee. Yeah, those are pretty brutal. Anyway, yes, right. Everybody, thank you for joining us, and come join us on movie night and game night Thursdays and Saturdays, and Are we going
Watch
back
Umbrella
to our...
Academy and The Boys.
Yeah, there you go. And Cobra Kai and
Never dies.
Yeah.
all that good stuff.
Strike
so,
first, strike hard.
yes.
Strike hard, no mercy, sir. You have to say it that way too, sir. All right. Good night, everybody. You got
all
something?
right.
Hey,
Goodbye.
Hasta la pasta.
Oh, nice. Some new kids on the block. You would ruin my whole world.